I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it off in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her, and she gon' work that right. I'ma mess around and drown when she drop that down. No more phone me blowing up, I like not right now. Oh, I swear that she in next the way she work that mouth. Whoa, automatic cause she move, she be cousin static. I be straight up like an addict, might become an addict. Now I gotta have it, had enough with all the moves, yeah, move here. Ooh, let me grab it now, I'm on 1 year. Now I'm not done yet, told her wait right here. I'll be back one set, this is just time out, this is not no way. Go and grab that friend, then you know what's next stage. You been rockin' with an all-star, baby, and I know you coming early like a 5-star, baby. Packing out the seat, this ain't no hostile, baby, and they know me in the city like a mob star. Oh, I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it off in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her,
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace, you gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience and the pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the Birks, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no, you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition, they ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing you. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Bitcoin, go back up, guys. We just barely front ran $100,000. But what if I told you we actually did hit $100,000 on one exchange, an interesting exchange? We're going to be talking about that. But guys, we are just starting to creep up closer and closer to that $100,000 level. Coming up to about, we'll call it 99,786 before turning back around and getting a little bit of a correction. Are we going to be able to hit 100K? I hope if we do, it happens on this live stream, guys. We'll get Mrs. Candles in here. We'll try to sniff her hands, and we'll see if we can pump this thing to the moon. But shout out to the Mafia, guys. We got a lot to look at today on the charts. Will we see the 100K? Are we going to pull back? I want to talk about some local levels that I'm looking at. If we do get that pullback, where can we come down to? Pretty much the same thing here as we just range around here, between about $97,000 and $99,000. What are we expecting coming up here next? We're going to cover all the key levels. The next trades that I am looking to take, we will also cover a short that I'm in right now from the actual top. Now, this is a short, guys, that I am rooting to get stopped out. I hope this short gets stopped out. Please, for the love of God, send it to 100K. But if it doesn't, guys, we are prepared to profit on the way back to the downside. But we're going to break it down, guys. We'll give you that next move on Bitcoin. So shout out to the Candle Mafia. If you have not already, smash that like button, guys. If we get 1,000 likes on tonight's live stream, I will give away some Solana. Maybe we'll give away $100 in Solana. Maybe we'll give away $200 in Solana. 100 to each person, 200 to one person. I don't know what we're going to do, but smash that like button. 1,000 likes is what we're going for. Shout out to the Mafia. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Beef Boy, said no 100K until you find another stray dog. If you don't know about the stray dogs, guys, every time I find a stray dog, which for some reason is very often, Bitcoin winds up making some big moves. So I haven't found a stray dog in a while. So maybe it's about time for a dog to stroll into my backyard. But yeah, shout out to you, man. We got Jay Violet in the chat. We got Flavor. What is going on? Let's see. We got Sheeb in the chat. Says Frankie Candles. Yo, my man. What is going on, bro? Thank you for tuning in. We got Simano in the chat. Said sell your house. Shout out to Simano. We got Valerie in the chat. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. We got Ty Guy says, we see 100K. We get to see Mrs. Candle's face. Oh, my God. Face reveal at 100K. I don't think Mrs. Candles will ever do a face reveal, at least on the live stream. She's not like totally secret, but she just doesn't like going on camera for whatever reason. Yeah, it's definitely not because she's fake, guys. I swear. I mean, you guys have seen Mrs. Candles' face before. I mean, she's come on. You guys have seen her. She looks a little plasticky, but she's real, I promise. But yeah, shout out to you. Let's see. We got Blockchain Brawler in the chat. Let's go, Mafia on the LIRR heading home. Shout out to Blockchain Brawler, bringing me back to the NYC commute days back when I was in New York. Going back and forth to New York City to Long Island, baby. Oh, God, I know that exact. Hey, it's so weird. Blockchain Brawler, there's a chance, depending on where you're going, if you're on the LIRR, there is a weird chance, a very small chance, that you might be sitting in a seat that I've actually sat in, which is super weird because we don't even know each other. Little do we know, we may have sat in the same seat on the LIRR. Super weird. But anyway, shout out to you. TDK in the chat. Thank you guys for tuning in. With all that being said, smash that like button, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up these charts and drop some sauce on the Mafia. Let's get it. Here we go, guys. All right. Oh boy. Let's see. ADA getting a pretty big pump. We'll talk about ADA. Yeah, and not gonna lie, guys. Shout out to anybody tuned into the live stream last night where we were looking for Polkadot to continue its journey up to that POC, and here we are, guys, sitting at that POC. Targets getting absolutely smashed recently, especially through these volume profiles. We saw that short squeeze on DOT, looking to get back into the range, flip it to support, and then start that journey up towards the POC. And even last night, we were like getting close to it. What was yesterday, the 21st? Yeah, we were getting pretty close to it, and then finally we did wind up, whoops, that's not my brush tool. We did wind up coming up and tapping that POC. So nice to see DOT finally making those moves that we've been looking at forever, and potentially we could flip that POC to support. We could see this thing rip up to about 861, but we're going to get back into the altcoins. Excuse me. Get back into the altcoins in a few minutes, guys. I do want to cover good old Bitcoin here as we front ran $100,000, guys. We did come up here to about, let me zoom in here a bit. We did come up here to about $99,776. But guys, we did actually hit $100,000 on the CME chart. So we hit up BTC on the, where is it? Bada boom, bada bing. I don't know how this got off my watch list, but yeah, here we are. On the CME chart, guys, we actually did wind up coming up to $100,170. So if you guys are looking for that magic screenshot of, oh my God, Bitcoin is at 100K, guys, there it is. There it is. We hit 100K, which is slightly alarming. Not alarming. I don't want to say that we can't come up and hit it on the other exchanges. It still could be possible, obviously. But yeah, that CME, oh baby, $100,170. Woo, baby. We'll see. But there it is, guys. There is a chart that is out there where Bitcoin has hit $100,000. So happy $100,000 Bitcoin, guys. Didn't last long. Didn't last long, but happy 100K, guys. But yeah, we'll see if we can creep up on these other exchanges, guys. I will say I am in a short here from the top with the premium Discord. Shout out to the premium Discord. I actually took this trade live in our premium live stream earlier today. Let me see. Do I have the position tool up here still? Yeah, short from the top here, guys, as we did wind up getting an SFP of that current value area, current high that we made up here at about 99,665. To be quite honest with you guys, like these shorts are, looking at them to be lackluster. Not expecting these to absolutely nuke down to zero, but if we did just front run that 100K, hit it on the CME, and then front run on all these other exchanges, and we get a bigger pullback, we are short from the tippy top in the premium Discord. So shout out to anybody in the kitchen. That's what we call the premium. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. I am praying that we can just, I don't even care, guys. I haven't even TP'd on this. It's actually not even that big of a position. It's a $42,000 position, $41,000, I think. I will pull it up here in just a minute, but, we'll see. If we get stuck under this value very high, I'll talk about the key levels to the downside. But to be quite honest with you guys, I just hope, I don't care if I get stopped out of this. I am rooting for this to get stopped out so we can go see 100K on the live stream and celebrate. But we'll see here. I mean, we did get the SFP of that current high here. Nice little swing failure back to the value area high. Got stuck, and now we're coming back into this range. So if we get stuck, key level of resistance is going to be that value area high at $99,000. If we cannot get back above this, it does open the door to come down to some of these other key levels. I want to talk about these a little bit because we may be able to see some bounces here. Remember, just because my short potentially could play out to the value area low, this does not mean that I'm not going to be taking profits, partial profits. And to be quite honest with you, again, even if I get stopped out of this, it's a smaller position. Also got a very nice entry on this as well, guys. So it was the SF SFP, but I actually, during the premium live stream, we saw this SFP in real time as we were kind of narrating the price action. We got the SFP. I actually wasn't logged into my exchange, or I was, but it timed out. So I was flustered. I logged into my exchange, and we actually waited to come in on a nice little retracement into the 786. And this just goes to show you guys, you do not want to chase trades, right? We got the SFP. We got some low time frame divergences. We got the dip down to the value area low. I was unable to get the trade, but I sat on my hands and I waited for that retracement into the 786 golden pocket, where I know there is a high probability of a rejection if you're going to get it. And I entered right up there, almost getting as good of a entry as you would on the SFP, being patient and waiting for that actual setup. Not FOMO shorting down here and getting stomped out. Being patient, waiting for the pullback, looking for the confirmations, and then taking the trade live. So super, super nice there. Nice entry. I'm happy with this. So again, this is why I don't mind getting stopped out of this. My stop loss is very, very small. So I'm just going to see if we can hold this. We'll see if it plays out. If not, then we get 100K Bitcoin and the spot bags pump, even though 100K is really not that far away. It's a 1% pump. So it's not like we'll be much more up much more on the spot bags if we're at 100K or where we are now. But, guys, we got so close on these exchanges. So close. 0.2%. Come on. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. As long as and then the local levels that I'm looking at, looking to potentially get stuck under this value area. If we can't get out of this $99,000 value area high, could be looking down towards this POC, which also has some nice confluence, guys. We have a anchored VWAP coming through here, and could I take longs down here if we make it down, right? If we don't just yeet up to 100K, if we make it down here, will I be looking for longs? Yes. Will I just be randomly longing this? No. Depending on when we come down, right? We are moving into the weekend here. But, we do have some other confluence here, right? We have the anchored VWAP here, POC of the range, as well as a golden pocket retracement, right? So we do have some kind of confluence down here. So if we are, let me just zoom in here and get a better pull on this fib real quick. Bada boom, there we go, right? So if we do get the bigger pullback and we come on down to this POC, it's just a simple value area trade as well, guys. We SFP'd the high. Not only that, we did get bearish divergences as we were deviating above the value area high, lower highs on our momentum waves. Money flow starting to come out here on the 24-minute. Still taking money flow and everything with a grain of salt right now. Just as money flow just likes to stay in the green here. It comes out, back in the green, comes out, back in the green, back in the green, back in the green, right? In a bull market, this is very likely. So you can't really take all those money flow crossovers into the red as seriously as we typically do, at least on the 24-minute and many other time frames, right? So just because money flow is coming out here does not guarantee that we get a dump. But going to be a nice area of confluence here between the golden pocket POC and then, depending on where this anchored VWAP comes up, right, we could potentially see that come through here and give us a little more confluence as well. So that's going to be kind of level area number one that I will be looking at if we get stuck in this range and come to the POC. That's sitting between about $98,205 down to about $97,975. And then don't forget, you also have your 786 sitting down there as well at about $97,774. And then if you start losing that 786, more likely that we're going to get the full fill of that range down to the value area low, where we also have some nice confluence here with another golden pocket, value area low, and then your 786 sitting just below that value area. But this is the context that I'm looking at the market in right now, guys. If we're not just going to put this, if we're not just going to kind of continue up here and go for that 100K and potentially beyond, I'll talk about those upper targets in a second. But if we're not going to rip up here, this is the level to get above. We got to get above $99,048 to get out of this value area. Other than that, those are the local levels I'm looking at. Now, if things got super, super bearish out of nowhere for some reason, and we did wind up just getting a bigger drop to the downside, next big level I will be looking at here is really going to be kind of, 95K. We do have fibs down here. We have a golden pocket down here as well. I won't pull it right this second, but we have a lot of liquidations sitting below 95K. So, I don't want to start looking at crazy lower targets just yet. Chances are, unless we get some kind of crazy weekend dump, maybe I'll update the Mafia. I'll jump on here, do a quick little market update or a live stream if things get really crazy. But I'm just going to talk about the local levels here because I'm not necessarily anticipating a massive dump, although that would cause a lot of pain in the market, guys. Just barely front run 100K. Everybody thinks we're going to hit it, and then you just front run it and then just absolutely wreck everybody. Now, another thing to realize here, guys, let me go ahead and drag this stuff into the current profile here or the current folder. Another thing to realize here, guys, is there's a lot of liquidity down here. We talk about this all the time. This entire move up is just and it doesn't mean that we're definitely going to go sweep all that liquidity. I'll be honest, things are still obviously bullish. But we obviously do have a lot of liquidity sitting here. And Maybe we want to go flush some of it. Maybe we don't. It's very, very hard to say, but what I will say is we are short from the top if that does happen. But yeah, I mean, I don't really want to look down super, super far. So, you know, until we wind up losing this value area low 786, I wouldn't even really be that worried, to be quite honest. If we do wind up breaking much, much lower, obviously, you know, we have this kind of like makeshift volume profile from sitting down here, right? We have this, this sits between about 91 all the way down to about 87,000. And then 85K is another area where we probably have a lot of liquidity sitting. So, you know, this would kind of be like the lower zone of support that I would be looking at as of right now if that bigger push down does continue. But again, not, you know, playing this very level to level, guys. I'm not like short up here because I think we're going to come down here. Bull market, guys. And wait till we get to the altcoins. Let's see. Alts come a little later in the stream. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. Yeah, someone probably asked, does he look at altcoins? Yes, we do look at the alts, but they will be coming a little bit later, and we'll take a look at a bunch of them. But that's what I'm looking at, guys. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I'm really focused on the local levels, right? This is mainly my bread and butter here right now, at least going into the weekend. Bada boom, bada bing, right? Let's see. Yo, shout out to Alt F4. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for the super chat. He said, all the whales will pull out next week when retail comes in after Thanksgiving. Yeah, you do sometimes get that like holiday pump where everyone kind of tells their family about crypto and they're all like, oh my God, wait, what? You made 100% on your money? How do I buy this? And then they all leak in before a dump. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. I think we can get more likes for Frankie. Shout out to Jay Violet. Smash that like button, guys. Every 100 likes gets us closer to some free crypto here, guys. I will give away $200 in Solana if we get 1,000 likes on tonight's live stream. Smash it up. Trying to give away free money here. Let's do it. I think we can. All coins are doing great. Yeah, absolutely. We will take a look at the alts. Oh, my God. It's going to 100K, guys. Here it goes. Rip this thing. I'm just kidding, guys. Maybe. Not possible, right? Because if we just look at this hyper locally, right? Let's look at this little local range. Let's see. Can we do it? Can we get the fill of this range? Got the lower lows on your price action. You got a little 5-minute bull div here, getting a nice little pop to the upside. See if you can break back into this range. Can we do it? I don't know. This is going to be key resistance until proven otherwise. But get back into this value area low, up to the POC, potentially come back up to the high. This is our local profile here, guys. This is the local profile. Now, money flow coming into the red on the 5-minute would say more downside after a retracement, right? But let's check that 80-minute red dot confirmed. Yeah, we'll have to see. You do have that bull div, though. I'd like to see that money flow coming up a bit more, though. See, what's that 15-minute looking for a green dot? 1 minute. I don't know. Yeah, it's actually, I'll tell you this. If you pull the Frankie Candles Essentials on this, I bet you that gave you some sauce cans down here. I'll almost guarantee you here. Let's pull up that Frankie Candles Essentials real quick. Free indicator, guys. If you guys are interested in getting this, you can just search my name in TradingView. It will give you, it's 100% free, no strings attached. You just go click it, add it to your chart, and you can get that sauce right this minute. But let me go ahead and change some settings here. I'm going to pull my, don't pump yet, Bitcoin. Don't pump yet. Hey, stop it. Let us catch up here. Let's get that. Let's put Market Cipher B as our, bada boom, bada bing. What is going on here? There we go. Wait, what the heck? Why am I tripping right now? Multi-time frame divergences. External. Where is it? Wow, did these settings change? What is going on here? Don't stop pumping, Bitcoin. Stop pumping. Give me a break here. Interesting. I'm not going to search for this on live. I don't know why that is all different now. Bitcoin, chill out for a second. Let us get the levels here. Don't go to 100K just yet. But yeah, let me go ahead and I'll pull this up on the RSI. Actually, wave trend. Yeah, we'll give it on the RSI. Bada boom. All right, so we don't get that. Oh, because this isn't confirmed. That's probably why that's not popping up. We'll see here. We'll see if we can get back into this volume profile. This would be a good live example if we do get that fill. deviate below the low, guys. This is where you want to look at price. Now, this is in the context of the 5-minute, right? This doesn't change, like, potential other things that could bring us further down. But, just locally, lower lows on your price action, higher lows on your momentum waves. You got that bullish divergence. Now, money flow not really in agreeance here. That's what I don't love. But if you did have more confirmation here, this is kind of where you could potentially look to get a ride back into the value area low and then fill that range up to the high. TP1 at the POC, TP2 at the value area high. And then if you get the breakout, could get that long to 100K. But I will say, the confirmations aren't all there. I like to look for more than just divergences, obviously. Some money flow on the 5 minutes, a little suspicious. So, yeah, this is going to be key resistance until proven otherwise. So if we get up here, that might be the ticket to get a bigger move up. But we'll see if we can get that rejection. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, right? I really want to see 100K during the live stream, but I also wouldn't mind that short to continue to play out. But we'll see kind of what goes on here. 80-minute red dot confirmed, 90-minute red dot printing. We do also have that daily green dot that just confirmed. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. It was there. I'm just too antsy waiting for 100K. Oh, are you talking about market? Like, I couldn't find the light blue wave. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't find that. Usually, like, that is, like, always in the same spot. It looks different, though. I'm tripping. I'm not going to spend the time looking for it. But, yeah, I saw Market Cipher. I just didn't see the actual waves to use for the divergences. Shout out to Tony. But, yeah, we'll see what happens here. Definitely not FOMO long in here. But maybe we will FOMO long. Should we just FOMO long, 100x leverage? No stop loss. Who cares? I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Yo, shout out to Digital Pencil. Said, is that a giant green candle? Or are you just happy to see me? Shout out to Digital Pencil. I'm just happy to see you, bro. I'm just happy to see you. But anyway, let's continue on. It was there. Market Cipher B, Blue Wave. Yo, shout out to Tony. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't see it. I am antsy. Do it with $100. Should we just gamble on $100? No, 200x leverage. Shout out to because I can bump it. Let's see. Well, let's talk about let me see here. Bada boom, bada bing. All right. Well, first off, before we do any of that, I do want to just talk about I guess we kind of talked about it, right? Like, to be quite honest with you guys, it is just these are the major levels. If you were here for the key levels, right? This is what we're looking at, right? Major volume profile. That's what we're looking at, right? Now, obviously, support. The idea of the volume profile, typically in a sideways range, this is nice. We got the bearish divergence. We swept the highs at almost 100K, right? We come back into the range. If we get stuck underneath here, I'd really like to see that bigger move down. Hashtag bull market says maybe we just rip up, right? So that's why I am very low risk on this short, right? My entry is literally up here. So tiny stop there. But we'll see. The volume profile is giving us a beautiful guidance into where price is likely to go next. And even if it doesn't go where it's supposed to go next based off the volume profiles, we have that clear line in the sand to get above and then send it to 100K. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. But, yeah, I don't want to bring down doomsday scenarios right now. I will just say, guys, like, at the end of the day, like, if we got some kind of, like, black swan event or something crazy happened, we have a decent amount of we actually don't. We don't have a decent amount of support below. But keep this in mind. In a bull market, guys, you don't always have to go retest every single range, right? Like, if we come on over here, right, like, the pullbacks that we get are gifts, right? And you have to take advantage of them, right? Huge move to the upside. We never retraced any of this, right? Tiny little pullback, another explosive move up. Tiny little pullback, another explosive move up. Tiny pullback, explosion, right? So, if we're looking at this as kind of our older, 7-month accumulation range from, where is it? Yeah, from like right here all the way to right before the bull market actually started. Like, a lot of people might have been looking for big pullbacks to retest that range, but you don't really get it. In a bull market, it is, like, that's why I say there isn't that much support right here, right? Like, we have this little area here. That's why, like, 85K is going to be a huge level. If we get down there, like, that's going to be big, right? But let me hide some of this TA. If we get down to 85K, like, that's going to be really big because that's kind of like the only area of consolidation that we have before it's just wide open down to these previous highs at about 74K, right? Does that make sense? Like, if you were to get, like, a huge retracement back down to the range highs, that would bring you down to, $75,000, right? 74-ish thousand, right? Hit your head, resistance, come back down, retest that. But just because we have an open gap here, right, and honestly, pull up the VPVR really quick. right? You have a huge volume gap here as well. But you don't always fill those in a bull market, right? Like, even who knows? We might not even get a correction down here. But if we did, I would not be really looking for it. Something like that is very likely. We don't need to correct all this down. I think a lot of people, not that we can't, but I think a lot of people would look at this and say to themselves, like, hey, we got to go, like, fill some of that. Not necessarily in a bull market. Like, again, like, you only need to scroll back to 2021 to understand that, right? Like, you do get some corrections, but it's not always to, like, fill all these giant, like, look at all these low volume gaps that never got filled. Right? As a matter of fact, it's more likely that you kind of come down and hold the ledge of volume, right? You see this shelf right here. Shelf of volume, high volume node. Shelf of volume, high volume node, right? And what happens? You don't break into the gap and fill it all the way down here. That's to retest these highs, which is what a lot of people would look for. But in a bull market, you kind of just come down, you test the edge of that low volume gap, and you just get another leg up, right? You come down here, what did you test? Ledge of volume right here before getting another move up. You didn't fall through the gap. You didn't fall through the gap, right? So if we're looking at that in current context, pull up the VPVR again. Come on. There we go. It doesn't mean that we have to fill this massive low volume gap down to 74K, right? You could see how all this lines up with the volume, right? It's kind of the same thing that we just looked at in the previous bull market, right? You have a high volume node here, right? If you come down to 85K, you think to yourself like, hey, huge volume gap down below. Remember, quick moves up equals quick moves down, but in a bull market, you might just come and test that ledge of volume sitting right here. Where's it sitting? Right at about $85,000, right? So keep that in mind. Now, if we broke into the low volume gap, you could see it fill quickly. But in a bull market, these pullbacks are a gift. Pull back to the ledge, gift. If we got another pullback to that ledge, be a huge gift, in my opinion. But worst case scenario, doomsday, bearish news, FUD comes out, stuff's not looking good. $74,000, massive, massive support. Huge high volume nodes, 7 months of consolidation down there, right? So that's a huge level. But again, we may never see that again, right? So we'll have to see what happens. But that's what I'm looking at, right? Logo levels, if you missed the logo levels, you can go back to the beginning of the stream. Well, that's pretty much what we're looking at, guys. We'll see if we can stay inside this volume profile. Oh, my God. Let me drag these out so they don't keep popping up. Boom. Drag these out here. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Get a push up. Get stuck in the value area. Could be a possibility. Let me go ahead and hide this. Let's pull that local range once again. Whoops. Let's see. Can she get in there? Can she get in there? Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Give me 1 sec here, guys. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. Is she going to flip it? Is she going to get in there and go? Is she going to get in there and go? We'll see. 1 minute money flow coming up. 15-minute green dot looking to print. Can we do it? Can we do it? We'll have to see. We'll have to see, guys. We will watch it. We'll keep an eye on this. We're going to take a look at some of the altcoins, but we will keep an eye on this Bitcoin price action. This will be the next step. Now, again, this doesn't, keep in mind. Keep in mind you obviously have your value area high up here, so it's not just if you get in here, instant rip. But that's kind of the first thing you want to get above, and then get above that POC, and then you kind of have an opportunity to come up a little bit. But we'll see what happens. I'm covered on the short, so we shall see. We shall see. Let me check back in on chat real quick. Can you check TIA? Yes, we will check TIA, no problemo. I did buy a bunch of alts last night, just for anybody interested. Render was one of those alts. Shout out to Crypto Steph. Shout out to Crypto Steph. Welcome in. Shout out to Guy. Says thoughts about swapping BTC for ETH or too soon. I mean, listen. Shout out to Guy. I mean, listen. It really depends on your situation, right? It depends on your situation. Where were you buying your Bitcoin, right? For me, I may start rolling some BTC profits into ETH. I don't care. I bought my Bitcoin down here at $21,000, right? So I'm up. I'm up on that, right? So, for me to take some profit off the table up here around 100K to roll into ETH, if Bitcoin keeps ripping like even 150K, right? It's only 50% pump. Ethereum hasn't even made new all-time highs yet, right? So I will be cycling some of my Bitcoin profits into some of those altcoins, but it's really going to depend on your situation, right? Is it too soon? I mean, if we take a look at Bitcoin dominance, where's it? Bada boom. Oh, I'm on futures. That's why. We hit that key level that we've been looking at for quite some time. We actually didn't look at it very often, but we were kind of waiting. A lot of people didn't think that it was going to come up this high. But as a technical trader, I'm just looking at the technical level. I don't compare it to I don't know if we're going to come up this high this time. I just look that's the key level. Let's see if we can hit it, right? And what happened? We come up, we tap the bottom, we hit a little rejection, we come up to the top, we're getting another little rejection. Does this mean that Bitcoin can't just, flip this to support and go for the 786? Maybe. I don't know. But we have hit a major level of resistance on Bitcoin dominance, which would be good for those altcoins for sure. Shout out to 3 Diglets. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He says, Frankie, we are so close to 100K BTC. Can you check out the avalanche? Shout out to 3 Diglets. Yes, we could try to take a look at AVAX, no problemo. Thank you for the super chat, 3 Digs. I appreciate you, bro. Let me get into let me just write that down real quick. So let's see. I already have some alts I want to take a look at. We're going to take a look at, I won't say them right now, but yeah, we'll take a look at T. We always take a look at TIA. Obviously, we'll look at the obvious ones, but we'll try to take a look at AVAX, absolutely. So yeah, there we go. Shout out to 3 Diglets. But with that being said, guys, we'll see. We'll see. Is it, I don't want to say anything's impossible right now, but, we have hit key resistance on BTC dominance. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And I have been buying alts. I will say that. Does it mean that the alts cannot pull back again? Yes, the alts can pull back, right? It doesn't mean that they're guaranteed to rip right this second. But at this point, I don't mind getting little pullbacks, right? Whatever you're looking at. Casper is the one that I picked. I think I picked this up last night. I bought a lot last night. DCAs, though, right? DCAs, not necessarily dumping gigantic bags in, right? Some of them might bought bigger bags. Yeah, shout out to Polkadot, just sitting at that POC, baby. This is why you got to make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. Make sure you tune into the live streams because we've been looking for this to happen for quite some time here. And even yesterday, looking for that POC to get tapped. Here we are, Polkadot at the POC, $6.41 and beyond, $6.51. Absolutely beautiful to see. The power of the volume profiles is absolutely insane, guys. Absolutely insane. This is your guide. These volume profiles are your guide to where price is going to go next. Not a random price prediction, not a random guess, not you're feeling bullish because the candles are turning green, but you're going to rotate the value from lower value, you impulse, you look to get accepted into the upper previous value area, potentially targeting the value area high at 790. Can we see DOT at 790 soon? Somebody clip it. The last 16 times we did this, we did wind up seeing those targets hit very soon. That doesn't mean instant, but we'll see. So sometimes the POC can give you turbulence, but we flip that to support. We hold above it, looking at about 790 for DOT. But yeah. So can we see, and I'll be honest here, taking a look at Market Cipher on some of these altcoins. 2-day money flow crossover, right? DOT, just starting to get it. Just starting to get that, and this is stuff we were looking at. Just starting to get that 2-day money flow crossover into the green. This is likely going to give us the continuation of the trend to the upside, potentially targeting the big doorway to higher prices, which would be about 14.22, which is even from here. Come on. Come on. 100%, right? So even from here, buying in even here, if you get that move up there, it's a nice 100% move. So we'll see what happens. But that 2-day money flow crossover on a lot of these. Now, VWAP is coming down. Again, turbulence is to be expected. But, that money flow crossover on the 2-day is oftentimes what gives you the start of those moves up. This is what we looked at on Dogecoin. 2-day money flow crossover. What happens? Boom! Explosion to the upside, guys. Insane, right? Almost all the altcoins that we were looking at for those pumps, getting those 2-day money flow crossovers was the thing that we needed to see those bigger moves to the upside. And you could just see how accurate this is. Money flow crosses over on the 2-day. Actually, even got a little bit of an earlier signal down here. Money flow crosses into the green. What happens? Big move up. These 2-day money flow crossovers are not to be ignored. Doesn't guarantee them to play out, right? Trading is risky. Investing is risky. But I don't know. Let's take another look at another coin. We already did Dogecoin. Let's see. What else has pumped already? Let's see. OP starting to get a bit of a pump here as well. I bought some of this last night. But 2-day crosses into the green, start getting the breakout of your range, right? You start getting that breakout of your range. This money flow is insane, guys. Shout out to CryptoFace. This money flow is absolutely insane. So we'll see if we're going to see OP continue up. That 2-day money flow crossover, like the last 2-day money flow crossover, what happened here? 284. 284%, right? If we saw something similar like that from that money flow crossover, I mean, it's almost the same move, right? But now we're in an interesting part of the cycle where we are in a bull run. Total 3 is starting to break out, right? Things are looking pretty good. Can we get that, start of the real big move? Potentially. That 2-day money flow crossover is what I'm looking at. Insane. Near breakout here. 2-day money flow crossover into the green. Look at that go. Let's get that horizontal line going. I don't know. I mean, what I will tell you is your upper value is sitting right up here. Right? It's a little bit of a wonky range because of this giant drop, but it is definitely going to be your next key levels to the upside. You got your 2-day money flow crossovers. Right now, VWAP is coming down, right? Like you are also, like this VWAP could potentially give you a red dot, give you a little more turbulence here. I know this green candle looks good, and it could be, but we'll see. You get a red dot on the 2-day, you might cool off a little bit, right? But I will say, once you get up in here, flip this to support, right? This is sitting at 648. Could see a fill of the range. POC sitting at about 694. So, again, 2-day money flow crossover. Keep that in mind. We'll check on these, right? We'll check on them. Can that money flow fake back into the red? Sure. But in a bull market, guys, I don't know. A lot of this stuff, like look at something like Ethereum finally starting to get its money flow crossover into the green. When did that happen? Right here. Could be the start of the bigger move up. And this is why I say, right, maybe I'm looking to potentially roll some of my Bitcoin profits into the alts, right? Let's take a look at Bitcoin. 2-day money flow crossover, right? Bitcoin is the first to move. 2-day money flow crossover, bing bong, price discovery. ETH lagging behind, right on time, right? Bitcoin rips, alts rip, high cap alts, mid cap alts, low cap alts, degen scumbag, degenerate dumpster diving meme coins after that. I don't know. It's like right on time here. Right on time here for that money flow. Insane, guys. So we'll see what happens. I don't want anyone thinking that as like it's instant up from here, but in my opinion, guys, we are almost at the point where it could be even more risky to wait for a pullback than it is to just buy. Now, it doesn't mean FOMO in right here. As you guys know, I don't buy giant green candles like a Doge, right? Like I didn't buy Doge right here. I would have waited for a little pullback, right? I hold some Doge. I wasn't buying on any of this. All my Doge I bought lower. But, these little pullbacks are a gift in a bull market. Keep that in mind. Doesn't mean you can't pull back more, but sometimes you don't get that. There is a danger that this was the pullback, right? When you're in a big bull market like this and things are ripping, sometimes that's the pullback, right? So just keep that in mind. Let's see. Shout out to Tony Roaz. Welcome in, bro. Thank you for being here. He says, thanks, Frankie. Now I have to be a 304 to get some dot FOMO money. Yo, let's go. Shout out to Tony Roaz. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. I don't want anyone to FOMO. Please don't FOMO. What do I think near will top out this cycle at? Hard to say, man. Like for me to make a sound price prediction, I would really need to now I could just give you technical targets, but it's really hard, right? Because and the reason for that is because you really got to do the research, right? Like you got to understand how market cap works. You have to understand what the project is doing, and then even then, right? Like you're still gambling on the fact that everything they're doing is going to work. And at the end of the day in crypto, it's all speculation, right? It doesn't matter. If you have a project with really good tech and they just have horrible marketing and there's no hype around it, that project's not going to get the attention it deserves. Most of the coins a lot of the coins that pump the hardest are never even fulfill their roadmap and they never even come back in the next cycle. So it's really hard to say. But what I can do is give you really sound technical targets to the upside. Right now, again, just because if it was this easy, everybody be a quadrillionaire, right? Because then it would just be I just want to be clear. Just because there's an extension level up here, does not guarantee that you hit those prices. Now, I would expect those to get hit. But let me pull from this high to the low, right? So the bigger targets. This is your 2022. Do we have anything? Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at the KuCoin chart here, right? So from the high to the low here, right? So your golden pocket, your macro golden pocket retracement, and this is going to line up with the value area high probably of this upper range, right? So I pull this, right? There it is. Value area high, right? This is nice confluence because you have your value area here. You have your high, your low, and your POC. And look at that. That's your target to the upside. What happened, right? You get the breakout, you test it, Resistance until proven otherwise. But once you get back up in here, you're looking to come up to that value area high / golden pocket 786 retracement. So this would be like a local target. I know this isn't like this isn't what I obviously would look at for a peak on the cycle. But like, you know, even this is like not a horrible target. You know, what is this? 200% to that value area high, and you're not even at no all-time highs. But then, you know, to the upside now, again, just because these extension levels are here does not guarantee that render is going to come near is going to come up here, right? But you know, if you do break the all-time high, I do think like this is probably going to be your next zone. I'd probably look at this as a zone first, 29.97 to about 30.72. That'd be the first zone, right? And then you have 35.02. Start getting above that, right? You probably get clung up in here, flip that to support, come up in here, flip that to support, come up in here. You know, final extension here from the high to the low comes in at about $77. But again, it's like you got to understand like what's the market cap at $77? Is that likely? Because, you know, a lot of things, you know, might have targets up there, but the market cap is just insane, right? So there's more to it than that. But I will say this, if you break this all-time high, I would say it's probably very likely to come up to 26 to 35 bucks because that's your first retracement and or extension. And, yeah, I would at least be looking here. And then, obviously, these targets are valid as well. I just don't want to give a direct answer. Like, maybe 77 is very likely. I'm just not going to do all the calculations right now. But those are the technical targets to the upside. And just to kind of show that, right, like, just because the extension's there, again, does not guarantee that you hit that price. But if you break above here, you're probably going to look to come up here, right? And then, you know, who knows? You might reject that and never come up to this last level. But those are what I'd be looking at. That's what I'd be looking at. If it was as easy as just pulling this and saying, like, you know, we're going up here, you know, I wish. But, yeah, hopefully that clears that up, and hopefully it gives you some info. I almost said, like, inside info. This isn't inside info. But shout out to Clay the Great. Thank you for for the super chat, bro. Appreciate you. He says, I just got a bearish contrarian alert on AVAX Weekly from Lux Algo Price Action Concepts. Immediately got a bullish confirmation weekly signal on Lux Algo Price Action Concept. Help. Wait, so you got a buy and then a sell. Shout out to Clay the Great. On AVAX. Let's take a look at AVAX. Let's jump into that real quick. Let's just check back in on Bitcoin real quick. Is it going to do the same thing that happened in the premium Discord? Oh, my God. It's just sitting there, going sideways. Do something, Bitcoin. Do something. Make a move. But let's check out AVAX. We'll come back to Bitcoin in a second. Let's take a look at AVAX. Oh, my God. It's going to $1 million. Oh, my God. So let's see. Oh, wow. Look at that. I mean, guys, the volume profile. I don't know what to do, guys. Like, I just going to make one video on my channel about volume profiles. It's going to be 2 hours long. I'm going to teach everything I know on that video, and then I'm going to retire forever. And then everybody will have all the sauce. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. Not that I would never give a super valuable 2-hour video, but I would never retire. I'm just kidding. One day. Not soon, though. But anyway, I mean, guys, like, I know I sound like a broken record talking about this, but, like, good Lord, it is so lucrative. What is going on here? You have your 2024 high value area. You have your lower accumulation range. Bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong. This is where you buy, right? What happens? You go back down to the value area low. You stick it as support. Once you impulse out of here, what are you looking at? You're looking at that previous value area. We don't draw this after it happens. These are all levels on the chart that we have before price moves, before it actually happens, right? It's easy to go back in hindsight and be like, look what happened, right? But we draw these levels. We show why they work and the reasoning behind why it works. It's just a simple rotation of value. The market is constantly seeking fair value. Fair value is in between the ranges, right? This is called a value area because it's a fair value for the asset. Above is looked at as expensive. Below is looked at as cheap. This is why they work so well. It's not just some magic pattern, right? There's a reason this happens to price. And what happens? Once you impulse out of this range, you're looking to go into your upper value area. It's just insane how well this stuff works. And what are you looking for? You want to get above that value area low, flip it to support, and once you flip it to support, you're looking to go to the POC. And then eventually you get above that POC, and where are you looking? Up to that value area high. This is money, guys. This is money. Free money. Not free money, but free value to make money, right? Now, is it somewhat of an art to know where to pull your ranges from? Kind of, I guess. But, I mean, it's the same thing, right? And I'm going to be talking about this, and all these other altcoins that are down here still are eventually going to do something like this. And I'm going to be like, shout out to the Mafia that's been watching the live streams because you guys knew about this. And it just always goes back to Ethereum. It's the same thing. Lower accumulation, higher value area, previous value, price impulses. You look to go into the previous value. Where is Ethereum sitting? I show this every single day. Previous value, old value. Once you impulse, price is very likely going to do what? You're going to come into that previous area value, flip that value area low to support, go to the POC and potentially the value area high. Doesn't mean you can't pull back, right? But this is how it works, right? This is how we view the markets, and it's for a reason. There's a lot of coins still that haven't done this yet. Right? Everybody wants to buy AVAX when it's up here. No one wants to buy it when it's down here. The good news is there's a lot of coins that are still down here. And maybe some of them don't ever make it back up, right? But the ones that you believe will, if they are set up like this, guys, this is why I've been saying we have been absolutely buying these lows here. I mean, I've been DCing into the market on a lot of alts way before this. I bought a lot of my alts in 2022, 2023. You know, even here, like these are a lot of the alts are still down there. Like, think about this, guys. We were in the midst of a bull run, and you know, even like TIA, like this is as good as it gets. You know, unless we get another big dump, which could happen, right? I don't want anyone thinking that's just up only ever forever. But like things like Polkadot, Polkadot's going. We've been looking at this forever, ever since it's been down here, and this is just still. And it's even if we go up to this value area high, guys, it's still in its bear market accumulation down here, right? Like, it's not going to be at the bear market lows. Like, the fact that we even have altcoins at bear market lows right now during all these other coins ripping is very nice. Very nice. Like, opportunity for sure. So there we go. Oh, up only forever. Got it. Shout out to Oculus. Which money flow indicator is that? Is Market Cypher B. If you want to check out Market Cypher, you could use my discount code. Obviously, you'll help out the channel as well. But it's a win-win situation. I think it's 20%. MC Frank 20 is that code. So you guys could check that out for sure. If you're interested. Definitely one of the main things, as well as Lux Algo, some of the most powerful indicators, in my own personal opinion. Let's see. Okay, ICP doing this right now, baby. Shout out to ICP. If you've been here, guys, drop a candle in the chat if you've been here and you've been using these strategies to get nice entries on these altcoins. Let's take a look, quick look at ICP. Yeah, Clay the Great with AVAX. You said you got mixed signals. I mean, listen. You don't want to just, this is one thing I love about Lux Algo, also sponsor of the channel. But one thing I love about their indicators is they don't sell them as buy and sell indicators, and you should not trade them like that, right? They used to actually have their signals say buy and sell, but they actually changed that, right? To just like reversal signals, right? So you don't want to trade them as buy or sell signals. So if you're seeing like a conflicting signal, it shouldn't really like give you that much of a, like, you shouldn't be putting that much, you shouldn't be trading it as a signal. I don't know if that's what you're doing. But if so, like, I wouldn't be trading like that. But what I could do here is take a look at AVAX for you. And, you know, obviously we're approaching that value area high. I mean, let's look at let's look at that 2-day money flow. Been in the green. And we have gone up. Yeah, that's the 2-day. Yeah, I mean, you're bing-bonging around here. Fill that range. I mean, could you see turbulence here? Sure, right? Like, this is now your range, right? So you come up to the high, could get a little pullback to the POC, right? Maybe even go back down to the low. Who knows, right? But these are your key levels of support and resistance until you break out here. But value area low at 31.55, POC sitting at 35.92, and value area high at 44.56, right? So you break out of here. You got a monthly level up here at about 54 cents. And then once you break out, flip this to support. Look to fill the rest of that bigger range, right? Just like everything else. Now, again, you know, it's different for like accumulation and, you know, leverage trades are going to be, you know, handled much differently. If I was, you know, trading this, I'd probably be looking at this much more closely within this range, right? But if I was looking to accumulate on a higher time frame, I mean, you're still down here, right? Like, you're still like not far away from the bear market range. And what happened here, very simple. Talk about this every day, right? It is just a retest. You get your move up. Let me hide this stuff real quick, right? You get your move up, right? You deviate below your range, fill the value area, break out. Where do you get attracted to? You get attracted to your previous area of balance. Quick moves down equal quick moves up, right? You attract to that previous value area. It's resistance, and you pull back to do what? Retest your prior range high or POC, sometimes both. In this case, it was both. And oftentimes, those are going to be your golden pocket 786 retracements, right? So on a high time frame, something like the weekly or even something like the monthly, right? When you see this, right? Monthly didn't change character yet, but you see that you have your bullish change of character. At this point, you are looking at the market in terms of a potentially macro bullish trend in the context of the weekly. Get the move up, and then you're looking for retracements down into the area where you'd be likely to put a higher low in. Where is that level? It is the golden pocket 786 Fibonacci retracement. You did get a little fake out change of character here, but at this point, with where we were in the cycle, right, you're looking at this as a potential retest for a higher low and a potential continuation up to break structure to the upside. That's what I'd be looking at, pretty simply put. So this is a nice retest, and you came down to retest the POC of this range, which is really nice, really, really nice. Come down, retest that POC. This is what Doge did. We talk about this all the time. It's exactly what Doge did, right? The levels are still there, right? Like pull the range, right? You come back down. Where's your golden pocket 786? Golden pocket 786. You come down, you retest the high, you retest that POC, and then you break structure to the upside. This is exactly, assuming that it's going to make new all-time highs on AVAX, right? Assuming AVAX is going to make that next new all-time high, like this is what we're looking at. It's the same thing, right? Like I could just draw this. Lower value, breakout, right? And here's your previous value, bear market, value area from the previous bull market high, right? People charge for this information. Get a move up, you're going to get attracted to your previous area of value, but once you get that change of character on a higher time frame, you're looking for your higher low, which is likely to come in on that retest of the high, the previous range high down here, put a higher low in, and then break structure to the upside to fill that gap. It's like very, very like beautifully drawn, and all these charts look like this. It's like magic lines on a chart. It's crazy, and to see them play out like they do is crazy. Like to come up here, good Lord. God, if I knew this back in the day. And then where are you looking for that higher low to come in at? Now, obviously, you're looking at this retest of the range high as support, but you could also look for your golden pocket retracements, which is hilarious because this actually lines up with these random lines that I drew. So, and if you have trouble understanding the market structure, Lux Algo marks it out for you. Like this is an even more perfect example, right, on Dogecoin, because if you come into the weekly, you get bullish change of character, break of structure, big pullback, right? But you're looking for that higher low, again, on a golden pocket 786 or to retest your range highs, which is exactly what happened, right? So you change that market structure on the higher time frames. You look for the higher low and the break of structure to the upside. Back to AVAX. AVAX looking literally like Dogecoin here. Right? Literally looking like Dogecoin. You come back down, retest the golden pocket 786, value area high, POC. I would potentially be looking for the break of structure to the upside. Just like on Dogecoin. So there you go. That's what I'd be looking at on AVAX. Doesn't mean you can't pull back or anything, right? Just be clear about that. But in the long term, right? Like, I don't know. You can wait for a pullback, but I don't know. There is a time in the market where, like, maybe you don't get the pullback. I don't want people to FOMO, right? Like if you're, don't FOMO, but I'm just saying. Take a look at Link. Yeah, let's take a look at Link real quick. I heard had a couple of requests for Link actually. So let's take a look at it. I bet you there we go. Right? Let's come up to a lower time frame. We'll take the indicators. I mean, come on. Guys, I'm getting a volume profile tatted on my chest right here. Just a giant volume profile all on the chest. Maybe on my forehead. I don't know what to say. We should get volume profile hats. How dope would a dad hat be, right? How sick would this be? Right, here's our candle hat, which is pretty dope. Actually, we don't think we have these for sale anymore. These are limited edition. CandleMafia on the back too. But how sick would a dad hat be with just like a little volume profile on it? That would be fire. That would be fire. Anyway, should we wear the candle hat? All right, there we go. We got the candle hat on. That means Link is going to absolutely rip here. All right, let's continue on here. So yeah, Link, I mean, same situation, 2024 highs. That's your upper value area, right? Let me hide the macro range, right? You have this little local range, which obviously, look at the respect. Bing, bong, flip the POC, back to the high, test the POC, breakout. And then you're looking at this, right? This is your local range, obviously, right? It's just a rotation of value. It is just a rotation of value. So when you look at this, you have your lower accumulation, right? Value area down here, value area up here. Wonky ass deviation, but you have value area. When you impulse out of here, you look to come into that previous area of value. Not only does this help you find the targets, but it also gives you context into kind of what you can look for on price. If you were looking at a pullback here, you'd say, well, hey, if this pulls back to that value area low, it could be a good place to be looking for new longs or maybe a buy the dip situation. And then once we break out of here, where would we be looking next? Very simply put, you just look at your larger volume profile. Because in the grand scheme of things, look at how this holds up. It's all context, right? Like, you could have even just looked at, you didn't have to look at this lower value, right? You could have just looked at the bigger value, but obviously you do, even this, you kind of respect these levels anyway. You didn't even have to look at this, but it still helps with context. But what happens? This is your doorway to higher prices. We call these on the live streams constantly, baby. We do it for the Mafia, baby. We do it, we give it for free for the Mafia. We want you guys to make money, right? But key resistance until proven otherwise. Break above, flip it to support, POC. You even got the POC before that, flip the POC. Now we're just simply looking to go to that value area high. Can we see a $17.73 link soon? I think it's possible. Just like all the other volume profiles that have filled, guys. We'll see if we can get it. I think we can. I think there's a good possibility, just based off the laws of the volume profile, we're holding, as long as we stay above this POC, the next likely place for price to go, $17.73. But Frankie, what if we break out of there? Well, I'm glad you asked. So if we break out of that, very simply put, I'd be looking. Do I have this? I'm sure I do. There it is. You have an even bigger volume profile from the 2021 highs, right? And in this context, tried to come up, couldn't hold it, right? Went back for that retest. What did we retest to, right? It's all the same thing, guys. Look at that. Right to the 786. Right to that range high. Puts the higher low in. At this point, you'd be looking for a break of structure to the upside, potentially filling this up to about $31. Not I'm bullish because it's pumping. An actual reason to be looking for this, based off market structure, based off retracements, based off volume profiles. And the profile gives you that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gateway. This is your doorway to much higher prices. Flip this to support, opens up the door to $27. Flip it to support, opens the door to $31.52. $31,352. $31.35, really. But that's what we're looking at. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. You're getting into those local ranges, but over the grand scheme of things, from a longer term perspective, value, impulse, attracted towards the previous value. Didn't get accepted. You get a retracement. Now you're simply looking to go back towards that value. And obviously you have those local ranges as well that we just looked at. But in the grand scheme of things, just looking at those larger value areas. Insane. Now, taking a look at link on Market Cipher, let's take a look at the money flow. 2-day money flow crossover into the green. We're giving it all away for free here, guys. 2-day money flow crossover to the green. That's your best chance to break out of that lower range here. Boom. You break up towards that value area high, value area low. Insane. Shout out to Svega Fitness. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, man. He says, hey, bro, what are your thoughts on Sui and Franklin Templeton partnership? What do you see on the Sui chart? Shout out to Svega. I don't really have an opinion on the partnership. Not that it doesn't matter, but I am just a technical trader. I am looking at the chart. If the chart looks bullish, I'm going to buy it. If the chart looks bearish, I'm going to short it. Tighten up that mic a little bit. But yeah, that is late to the party, as Frankie Candles already covered Polkadot. Shout out to, yes, we did cover Polkadot. And the update on that real quick is shout out, if you watched the live stream last night, brother, looking for that POC to get hit, here we are, tapped it, and we're now breaking above. Next target, $7.90. Next bigger target, $7.90. As long as we hold above 640. So there we go. So yeah, Sui, we could take a look at Sui. And again, not that the partnership doesn't mean anything, but if it looks bullish on the chart for me, that's really what I focus on, right? Now, again, a lot of these projects, do I like them? I like T as a project, but again, like, the reason I'm buying this so much right now is just because of where it is on the chart. Like, this is the perfect example, guys. Unless T goes to zero, right? Or just never gets a breakout or gets like just deviates away from everything, right? And just keeps going down. I don't know. TIA is, I mean, this hasn't even gotten the breakout yet. We will cover this if it rips. Like, we're going to be looking at this like, guys, it's finally happening. We're at the value area low. We looked at this. So just take this. I know it's hard to do. It's like, it's easy to feel like, oh, dang, I missed it. We did talk about that. It takes a little bit of cojones to buy the thing that's not pumping, but that's how you want to do it. You don't want to buy the things that already pumped. So anyway, all right, let's see. Let's take a look at Sui real quick. Sweep. Let's go. Yeah, so Sui, we've been looking at, let me see. I think I might have it. Oh, my God, Bitcoin. Do something. Let's see. Sui. Yeah, so this is our Sui chart here. Let me... Okay, yeah, so, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like all these levels, I'm going to start hiding some of this, so it's pretty far away now. But for the most part, come up to your range high, range low, fill it, flip it to support. You got the breakout to all-time highs. That's the short form story from down there, right? Now, we're just looking to come up into these Fibonacci extensions, right? You have a local value area. Yeah, oof. Yeah, I mean, you respected this value area, broke out, came back down, retested it as support. If you hold on top of this, and now, like, could you bing bong around here? Yes. It doesn't always mean that you're just going to get the instant break to the upside. This is technically local value, right? So, just because you're bouncing here doesn't mean you're instantly going to go off to new all-time highs, but maybe you get in here and you start bing bonging around. But once you start cracking these highs, like next targets for Sui, in my opinion, target number 1, we've been looking at these. Zoom out a bit. There we go. Let me just... Target number 1, 434. Target number 2, 491. Those are the next 2 targets for Sui. See if we can get up there. And again, Sui with the 2-day money flow crossover into the green. This is what we looked at back in the day before we got the bigger rip to the upside. 2-day money flow crossover. You get the push up, the retracement, and the big blast off. Now, this is important to realize, guys. A lot of people might think like you might look at this and be like, well, hang on a second. 2-day money flow cross into the green, then you got a big dump. Like, this is not a big dump, right? If you're in crypto, we talked about this yesterday, you want to make sure that you're ready to handle crypto, right? Like, and we talked about when in doubt, zoom out, right? Like, a lot of people will be like, when you see this 2-day money flow crossover, you might think to yourself, like, oh, like, this is going to go up, right? Because the 2-day money flow crossover, especially listen to like a YouTuber, Frankie Candle said the money flow crossover causes big moves to the upside. But if you're new to crypto, you might just think it's as easy as seeing a money flow crossover and just up and to the right, just straight up in a line, which technically does happen right away. But then you get this pullback. This pullback does not mean that this 2-day money flow crossover is invalid. That's not what that means, right? You're just looking for this 2-day money flow crossover to continue the trend to the upside. In a trend to the upside, there are ups and there are downs. There are highs, there are higher lows. There are highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. These are to be expected. Right? But the money flow crossover, what happens? That trend, even with the ebb to the downside, continues that big trend back to higher prices, right? And those are the targets I'll be looking at if that trend continues. 2-day money flow looking nice. Just another example of that 2-day money flow, right? You have to have patience. You might buy here, right? You might buy here, and then be like, oh my God, now I'm in the red. It's okay. It's okay. It's like, it's all right to be in the red a little bit, especially on a spot bag. Like, you gotta have a longer, you're not just gonna get rich overnight, right? But look at the last 2-day money flow crossover right here. You wiggle around, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? But at the end of the day, that trend was massive. Massive trend to the upside of 290%. So this is not bearish. That is not bearish. That is not bearish, right? So just keep that in mind because I know there's probably a lot of new people, not only in the Mafia, but just in crypto in general. So you got to understand that, right? It's okay to get pullbacks. These are normal. So just keep that in mind. But, Sui. Yeah, some nice targets up here on Sui. Oh, my God. Mrs. Candle's trying to cook me today. Must be chilly out today. I don't go outside, so I wouldn't know. But anyway, let's see. Shout out to Crypto J. Thank you for the super chat. Said, what's up, Mafia? Ada and XRP printing shmoney. Yeah, my XRP is printing right now, too. And my Cardano. Ada, doorway to higher prices. Let's effing go. Take a look at XRP and Ada. Thank you, GOAT. Shout out to Crypto J. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. But yeah, it is. We'll see. let's see. Let's take a look at ADA. I know a lot of people are hype on ADA here. And, I mean, all things, right? I never, ever say this to brag, guys. I never say this to brag. I say this because I hope, I pray that by showing you guys what we've looked at and seeing it play out in real time, that it gives you trust in the TA and it gives you the guts to actually listen to the TA, especially in like a bull market, right? Like in a bull market, it's like pick a coin, throw a dart at a board, and just watch her rip, right? For the most part, low key. But I mean, listen, we got meme coins going crazy that have zero value at all, zero utility, zero actual worth, and they're ripping, right? So like we're in la la land, guys. Crypto is like, this is not a legitimate, like, we're in la la land. Like, it doesn't have to make sense to make money. It's crazy. This is, again, I've said this many times, the biggest financial opportunity that we will likely ever see in our lives. If you've missed the previous bull runs, you're new here, you're scooting in right at the right time, and you found the right people to listen to. Not even listen to. Not that you should listen to YouTubers, but you found the right place to be, right? You slipped right in. There's still stuff, there's still a lot of upside here, but we are probably going to run out of time. Like, when things move up, they move up fast in a bull market. People probably thought, think about this. I'll wait to buy the dip. I'll wait to buy the dip. Oh, finally a dip. Oh, God, wait. Oh, my God, that was it for the dip? Oh, my God, all right, I'll wait for the dip. Oh, finally a dip. Let me buy a little bit. Oh, my God, I'm up. This is great. Oh, crypto's a scam, right? So, yeah, just keep that in mind, guys. Parabolicism, is that a thing? Parabolicism is crazy. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Nigel Smith said, Frankie, I did that. I missed the board. Shout out to Nigel. Yeah, I don't want to say, listen, I don't want to say everything's going to pump. But, you know, it's crazy. It's kind of hard to, shout out to Dan Lovely. We already took a look at AVAX, and we will take a look at ICP. So we got you, brother. Let's see. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. So there you go. But let's see here. Shout out to Tony D. Thank you for the super chat. Said I texted Frank at 10 a.m. and said ADA to $1 today. You all can just call me Satoshi from now on. Yo, shout out to Tony D. He never said that, guys. Tony D, don't try to. I'm just kidding, guys. He literally did say this to me. So let me show you the text message. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to show you the text message because I'm paranoid, and I'll think somehow that I'll leak Tony's phone number. But he actually did say that. I'll actually read the message. Actually, it's so funny. He actually said something funny. Where is it? Oh, God, me and Tony, our conversations are long. Let's see. Where is it? What did he say? Where is it? God, if people could see me and Tony's text messages, you'd probably cry laughing. Yeah, he said, I'm never going to find it. But he did send me. He sent me some P&Ls. Let's go. Shout out to Tony D. Out there trading. I love it. Brings a tear to my eye. Brings a tear to my eye. You hang around Frankie Candles long enough, you're going to wind up trading. But yeah, he did say, he said something like, I don't know. It was funny. He was like, oh, yeah, he said Cardano to a, he said, get out of my face. He sent me a P&L, and he said his profit. He's like, get out of my face. You want a Lambo? I got you, blood. Shout out to Tony D. I love it. I love it. Tony D just gets like a super inflated like trading ego. He just like makes some money. He's like, I got you, bro. Shout out to Tony. He is crushing though. He's winning his trades. I love it. I love it. Perks of being boys with Frankie Candles. I'm kidding. He puts the work in. Honestly, Tony D looks at some stuff I don't even pay attention to, which is cool. So shout out to Tony D. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here. Bitcoin just do something, man. I just really want this to start moving. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on here. Let's go back to ADA. Very simply put here, guys. Very, very simply put. Weekly naked point of control got interacted with, but is now tapped. We could take it off the chart. What is this? Okay, yeah. So pretty big level here, right? We have the weekly naked point of control. We have the monthly naked point of control, which I don't know why there's two of those. Right, so you have a daily, monthly naked point of control. This is the doorway to higher prices. I mean, ADA is knocking on the door. Break out of here, you're looking to get attracted to the previous area of balance. Big impulse into the value area low, flip it to support, looking at the POC, flip it to support, looking at the value area high. Full golden pocket 786 retracement from the high to the low brings you in to that golden pocket 786, brings you into $2 to $2.50, right? So right above the value area high. So this is that next area of value that I would hope that we can get accepted into. Same thing as everything else. Bit of resistance here, though. Bit of resistance. So this could be resistance until proven otherwise. Is it going to come back down and retest the high of the range? I don't know if I'd say that. You do have some support down here, right? So, you know, we can look at, if we get a pullback, we'll look at some support levels below. But yeah, it doesn't mean instant up, but it could, right? Resistance, right? Tap your head, break above it, go to the POC, go to the value area high, right? Remember, you start tapping your head on this. It's not instant up, but once you break above it, that's where you see the fill. Exactly what we looked at on XRP for, I don't know, like 6 years. We were looking at us just, you know, what was this? Ever since literally over 2023. We finally got one rip to the POC, and then after that, it was tap your head, 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 and then finally you fill it, back to the POC, back to the value area high, and XRP now looking to approach, if we could find it, well, I'll just pull it. Oh, no, it's on the different chart here. It's on the Bitstamp chart. Let's pull the no, what the heck? Oh, that's why. There we are, right? This is the chart we've been looking at, right? Same levels, right? To the POC, hit your head, 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 flip it. This is your doorway to higher prices. The doorway to higher prices, guys, is changing lives out here, changing lives. We literally looked at this the day before, too. Not only tapping the level of resistance, but also looking for the actual confirmations we were looking for. What's that confirmation, guys? What time frame is this? What is this called? 2-day money flow is what it's called, baby. Tap your head. Bing bong. Flip it to support. Bigger move to the upside. POC value area high. Now we're breaking out. The next place I'd be looking, the next doorway to higher prices. You might think like, oh, I missed the doorway to higher prices. That's okay, baby. That's okay. You guys, your next doorway to higher prices sitting at $1.60. So I would think, it's your next target to the upside. Hit your head. Maybe you get a correction, but once you get above that, look into the POC and the value area high at $2.52 and $1.92. Smash that like button if you guys have been here for a while and you've been watching along with this stuff. I mean, XRP, Polkadot, Dogecoin, Link, even Cardano, all these coins we've been looking at, set up in these value area setups. I don't even know what to call them. Right? And we've seen them all play out. It's the same thing we used to call the move on video. Not just saying this to brag, guys. I'm saying this to give you guys the fire that you need to go learn about these volume profiles. But Frankie, how do I learn about them? It's free. It's the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. And if you don't want to watch mine, go do the research on your own. But all the information's right here on exactly how I trade these. Not everything, but enough for you to understand how this works and easily have the opportunity to make money. So it's the same thing we looked at here. I shows almost every single day. Value area low. This is the value area low here. I know these spider lines are overwhelming. Right? Here's your value area low at 30K, 31K. What happens? You hit your head, get above it, fill it to the POC, and then the value area high. That's what you get, right? Fill that value area high literally on the approval of the ETF for a pullback, and then a flip of support and a breakout, right? And even here, the same thing we're looking at on the altcoins, right? What happened before we went into price discovery? We got the breakout of the range, and what happened? We wanted to come down, retest that range high, and then send it. This is how we do it. Guys. It's not magic. You can do this too. Pay attention. If you pay attention to the live streams, you watch the tutorials. I mean, take notes. Like, watch the tutorials. This is free value, and it could change your life. So there you go. No holding back here, baby. We're giving away all the sauce. Compound is about to explode. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Let's see. Pepe on the move. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. All right, let's take a look at ICP. Bada boom, bada bing. ICP. Yo, I keep seeing people shout out. Yo, shout out to Frankie's Hitman wants to see Sheeb. We could try to take a look at Sheeb. Shout out to my Hitman. Yo, people keep shouting out Wick 589. Why can't I? There he is. Why couldn't I not? Every time someone shouted or was talking about you in the chat, I couldn't find you, bro. I couldn't find you. Let's see. Okay, so let's take a look at ICP really quickly. Yeah, shout out to Jordan says trading is very mentally challenging. Your live streams here, your live streams have helped. Oh my God, guys, I'm losing my vision. I've been staring at the charts for too long. I gotta make this bigger. Trading is very mentally challenging. Your live streams have helped me with my confidence in trading. Big thank you. Shout out to Jordan. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. This is why I'm here, guys. This is why I'm here. That is literally what I like to hear. That is why I wake up in the morning and do this every single day. So shout out to you, man. Thank you for saying that. But let's see. Yo, Tony Roas says, wait, this isn't magic? Shout out to Tony Roas. Some people call it magic. It's not a crystal ball. Don't check into that, though. No crystal balls here, guys. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at ICP. I mean, guys, I might not even have to do the TA anymore, right? Like, I could just have the TA and just be like if you've been watching this stream and paying attention since the beginning, you should know what's going on here, right? And even if we weren't pumping here, if we were sitting here, you should know what's going on, right? You should be thinking to yourself, well, hey, I know Frank Candles talked about auction market theory, the idea that the market is always seeking balance. Where's the balance? Inside your value areas, right? Between the value area low and the value area high. So you're saying to yourself, and what we were saying to ourselves when we looked at ICP, because this was one of the coins we were looking at for this. Once we impulse out of here, we could look to approach where? Previous area of value, which is sitting up here. Value area low is your doorway to higher prices. Once you get above this, you can look for a move to the POC. What happens? And again, it's not just like, you might think to yourself, yeah, but it just like, it pumped. Obviously, if you have a level above, it's going to pump to that level. No. This is not just random levels here, right? You come up and you get the reactions on the, look at the accuracy of these levels. Value area low, rejection. Tapped it again, flip it to support, now you're off to the POC, right? Now, it doesn't mean a guaranteed, like, instant move to the POC. You saw how Polkadot did it, right? You saw how Polkadot did it. Polkadot wiggles around, right? You get above the low, flip it to support. Again, look at these. Resistance, support, flipped it back to support, back up to the POC. But look at this. People will say, you might think to yourself, you're looking at a low time frame, like, what happened? Like, what happened? I thought we were supposed to go to the POC, but didn't make it. But now we're going down. Take a deep breath, zoom out. Zoom out. As long as you stay above that value area low, you're looking to go to that POC. And sometimes it's a journey, right? But these journeys are accumulation opportunities, right? And now where are we? We got to the POC, rejection, flip it to support, and now we're off to potentially start the journey to that value area high. Same thing for ICP. Same exact thing for ICP. And here we are, right? You flipped it to support, now you're off to the POC. Could it be that we wiggle up and then we get a correction? Oh my God, I thought we were going to the POC. Take a deep breath, zoom out. This is your key level, 1025. Hold above that. The doorway to your POC is open, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Insane. And then, once we get above the POC, we'll just be saying, like, and now you zoom out and we look at this and you're just thinking to yourself, like, you know what's going on now. Frankie Candles has shown you the light. We've lit the candle and lit the way for you. That's what we look for, right? Now, if ICP had a clean range above, which you could argue that you could pull this as a range, that's not what I would look at. But if you had a big 2021 range up here, that would be the big, like, this is your 2024 highs, right? 2024 wiggled around. The same thing on ETH. It's the same exact structure. Let me come out of bar replay mode. It's the same exact structure, right? 2024 accumulation, right? Get a little mini bear market here, accumulate down below. Now you're looking to come back in here. Same thing on Ethereum, right? That's Bitcoin, right? 2024 highs, little like mini bear market for the alts, accumulation, back into the range, right? Same thing. But the thing with ETH is like ETH has your 2021 highs, which is interesting because this is kind of close to what we have here. But when you look at something like ICP, we don't even have really a big 2021 accumulation range, right? Typically on a lot of the coins, there's a 2021 range that we can look at up here and, look for that to be the next doorway to higher prices. We don't have that on ICP because this thing launched and just went down forever. But I mean, hey, ICP. I mean, people aren't going to want to buy this down here, right? Like even like down here, no one wants to buy. They don't want to buy until it breaks out, and they're like, oh my God, it's up 50% in a day. This is dangerous in crypto. You go to CoinMarketCap, right? You check whatever you look at to check your prices. You go check it, and you're like, oh my God, this is up 50%. I got to get into this because it's doing really well. The people who do the best with that coin up 50% were the people that bought it when it was low and sat on it while it was boring or scary. And then you enjoy the move up. You don't want to find everything that's pumped and then say, those are the good coins that are pumping. I want to get in, right? For me, especially when it's like big moves. Like if I were not in Doge, right? The reason I enjoy my Doge gains is because I was buying Doge down here, right? But I don't see it up, from this low. I don't, well, let me check it on the weekly, right? We'll just actually get like a weekly candle. I don't see that Doge is up 100% in a week on CoinMarketCap and say, oh, that's doing good, let me buy it, right? What I do during the bear market was you look for the biggest losers. Those are what you want to buy, right? As long as they're good projects and you think they're going to pump again. But, again, if you bought up here, would you have made money? Sure. But that's not really how you want to look at it, right? Like, because what you're doing now is you're buying into something that's already ripped big, and you're leaving a lot of stuff on the table, things like ICP, right, that haven't filled their entire ranges, right? You're sleeping on other things that are way better entries. I can't tell you what to do with your money. I'm not a financial advisor. You should, nor should you just listen to some crazy person on YouTube, even if it's me. Don't do that, right? But take that for what it's worth. But shout out to Crypto Billy. Thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate you, bro. He says, Frankie, can you check out stacks for me, please? Billy, I will check out whatever you want me to. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Let's go. Shout out to Billy. Show Billy some love. Drop some goats in the chat for Billy. Let's get it. The mob wants Sheeb. Yo, shout out to Manny. Yeah, we'll take a look at Sheeb. Let's see. We checked Link. We checked Tia. We didn't take a look at Solana. We can maybe check Solana. We took a look at AVAX. Sheeb. Let's check out stacks for our boy Crypto Billy. Let's see. Okay, not that. STX. Let's take a look. I don't know, man. This looks like it's going to $1 billion. I don't know. Shout out to Billy. I'm just kidding. But 2024 highs. I mean, I want to have someone come up here. Guys, how would I look at this, right? How would I look at this? I think you know, right? In a super unprofessional way. Right? If you get what I just did there, then you're paying attention, and I think you're going to make money in this bull market. If you don't know what I did, just sit back, start taking some notes, and you will soon understand. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Drop those goats in the chat. Let's get it. What time frame do you pull your VPVR from? Shout out to Fade and Tradfi. Shout out to you, bro. It depends, right? Sometimes I pull, it depends on what I'm doing, right? Like when I'm looking at macro levels, like for these ranges that I'm looking at in the long term, right? I'm pulling these on the daily, right? Really depends on the context that you're looking at. But you could, let's go. Goats in the chat. Yeah, like, so here I'm pulling the daily range, right? Or I'm pulling the range on the daily, right? So but you could also, if I'm trading a lower time frame, if I'm looking for a lower time frame trades, I might pull my ranges on the 1 hour, right? I might be looking at something more like this, right? It works on all time frames. So just like I'm looking for big rotation here from this value area into the previous one on a 10-minute time frame, it would be the same thing if you have multiple value areas, right? Like, could try to find an example. Yeah, like right here. Like, I'll just kind of draw this out really roughly. You have a little bit of consolidation here. You dip out, right? But once you come back up, you're probably going to respect these levels again, right? And again, it's you're not going to. You got to watch the videos. You got to put the time in. You got to practice. You got to get on the charts. You got to put the time in, right? But what happens here? We come back from the low to the high, deviate above the high, back to the low, back to 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 the high, deviate, back to the low, right? So, this is, you can pull it on any time frame. Like, all the theory is applicable on any time frame. But specifically right now, what I'm doing here, hopefully this answers your question, brother. Shout out to Fade and TradFi. And you are Fade and TradFi by being in crypto, bro. I love it. Not that I don't like TradFi, but anyway. Yeah, like this is just for the higher time frame targets. I typically pull them on the higher time frames. So context is everything in trading, right? These trades that I'm looking at are more long-term. This is more of like buy and hold stuff, right? Still trading technically. But, this is if I was looking for scalps, I wouldn't be really paying much attention to this, right? So, this is what I would look at as far as, this is what I would look at as far as stacks. Shout out to Crypto Billy. So, I mean, if I were accumulating stacks, which I'm not because I don't think it'll pump, just because I think you can only, yes, it does. Thank you. Shout out to Fade and TradFi. It's not because I don't think it'll pump, but just because you can only hold so many altcoins. Right? You can only allocate so much money before you're putting like $50 in each coin, right? Not that if you're putting $50 in each coin, right, everyone's different. But, like here we are. Bada bing, bada boom. We break out of here. We impulse out of here. I would expect to come into this range. Billy, this is coming in at 243 to 256, up to 321 at the value area high. Lower range, lose the $1.95 value area high, could come down to the POC. Lose that, could come down to the 150 value area low. Simply put. So there you go. If I were accumulating stacks, I would be happy. And honestly, if I had to start accumulating stacks right now, I would probably, not that this is what everyone else should do, I would probably drop a fat bag here, even though we could pull back into the range and go lower. And the reason I say that is because if this thing's going to go, let's check that 2-day. 2-day money flow crossover into the green. If I'm looking for this, and you might say to yourself, Frankie, I get the volume profiles. I'm making money. I love it. But how do you know if it's going to break up or break down? This is where money flow can come in handy, right? Maybe if you have 2-day money flow. Now, this is kind of big. This isn't that clear. But once that 2-day money flow comes up, that may indicate that you're more likely to break to the upside rather than the downside. That's not taking into account that we are very in a bullish environment, total 3, bull market, 4-year cycle, all this stuff lining up, right? So just keep that in mind. But that 2-day money flow could indicate the move up, right? So I don't mind buying a fat bag here and then DCA on the way down if you come back down to the bottom of the range. Because in my opinion, if you want to wait for that pull back to the bottom of the range, it could happen, but it's not promised at this point in the market, in my opinion. So I would take that for what it's worth. But yeah, and then just, I'd be happy DCAing in this range. Very similar situation as TIA, right? Just kind of bing-bonging around here. Stacks is kind of wiggling up here. But eventually, you're not going to go back down to that bottom of the range. You're just going to fill, right? Hopefully, right? Assuming your coin's going to pump. So yeah, there you go. That's what I'd be looking at in stacks, Billy. Shout out to you, brother. Hopefully that helps you out. Weekly, and I'll be honest with you guys. I hope. Like, you might say to yourself, like, Frankie, all this stuff looks pumpy. Can we come up to these ranges? I think we can. I hope we get a pullback, right? Like, I would love one more opportunity. Now, I'm greedy, right? Like, I'm greedy. I was thinking this up here, right? And not on stacks. Like I said, I don't buy stacks. But, on a lot of these altcoins that look exactly the same, right? Up here, I'm thinking, oh, my God, please pull back so I can pick up some more. I'm picking it up, right? That back up here, I'm like, come on, one more pullback. I want more, right? But eventually, you're not going to get that. So there you go. Hopefully, that helps you out, Crypto Billy. Thank you for being here, bro, and thank you for everything you do. Algo is ripping. Let's go. Let's see. Shout out to Wick589. Thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate you. He says, Frankie, I know it's a little early, but can you talk a bit about tax loss harvesting coming to the end of the month? Not so much the tax advice side, of course. Yeah, shout out to Wick589. Maybe, I don't know. So, yeah, tax loss harvesting. We actually had Carlton Dennis on the channel. If you guys don't know, he's a popular tax influencer, I guess. I don't know. Shout out to Carlton Dennis, though. Yeah, I don't know how much I want to talk about tax loss harvesting because I don't know what the legalities of talking about that are. But maybe I can actually figure that out and make a little bit of a video, or maybe have something kind of prepped to say. I just don't want to say the wrong thing. But yes, it is coming to that time. It is coming to that time of year. Shout out to Tony D. Tony, maybe you can, if you could go back to the, it's going to be hard to find. But if you can go back to that Carlton Dennis stream, because I don't want to misspeak either, right? Like, I'm not an expert on taxes. Trust me. But if you could find that Carlton Dennis stream and see if you could pull out that part where, because I asked him specifically about tax loss harvesting. And he is already on it. He's already doing it. Shout out to Tony D. Tony D, never needs to be. I never need to ask Tony to do anything. Anytime I do ask him, he's just, already doing it. Shout out to Tony D, the GOAT. But anyway, rewind 5 minutes for ICP. We just covered ICP. Just scrub back a little bit, guys. Yo, shout out to Crypto Max. He said bear market low price, never gonna see sub blank Bitcoin in your opinion. Hard to say. Bitcoin doing something? Oh my God, do something. Bitcoin, good Lord. Dump or pump? Do something. I'm about to start sniffing Mrs. Candle's hands. But anyway, hard to say. Hard to say. What we could look at is I'm not gonna do this whole thing. Shout out to Crypto Maxi. Is that who said that? Yeah. Hard to say. Hard to say. Right? Like previously, you know, you pretty much come retest the previous bull market highs, right? Like oftentimes that's like close to where you get. I guess you didn't really get there here. Yeah, like this was previous all-time high here. This was a big level we were watching. 20K, right? 19 to 20K. That's what we were kind of looking at for a bear market bottom. Obviously, we came a little lower to about 15. But, you know, we just look to really retest the bull market highs, right? And what happens? You come down, you interact, and you go back up, right? So, actually, let me just pull this volume profile real quick. Okay, that didn't work. But, yeah, so, I mean, it depends. It really depends on a lot of things. But, you know, assuming the drawdown for Bitcoin is, you know, obviously gets less and less in each bull market, right? 86% back here in 2013, 83% in 2018. And then we got a nice little 77%, right? So, like, what you could do is take the average of those numbers. But the higher the market cap, typically the less explosive the pumps, less dumpy the dumps. So wherever we go, right, let's say we go 150K conservatively, back to the all-time high would be about 53%, right? If we get to 200K, previous all-time high, roughly would be about 66. Maybe we dip a little lower. That would be about 70%, right? So, you know, maybe we never see the 50s ever again. I think that's a fair point. But we'll see. It's all dependent, right? Like we could have gotten in the middle of this bear market, we could have gotten another black swan event. I'll be honest though, the news was so bearish down here and we were barely coming down. So at some point the sellers just get exhausted. But yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe we never see the 50s again. Because I would look, I mean, just I mean, we dip below that all-time high, but not much, right? Not much. So there you go. Hopefully the bull run is over. Shout out to Z-Tone. Hey, I hope so. I'm short from the literal tippy top. I hope so. I'm just kidding. I don't hope the bull run. I don't think the bull run's over. I don't hope the bull run's over. But hey, if we go back down to 50, whew, baby, let's go. Short from 99K. Let's see. Dennis said you missed my Pepe super chat. We can take a look at Pepe. Sorry about missing that super chat, bro. But, yeah, we can take a look at Sheeb. We can take a look at Pepe. Let's take a real quick look at PP here. All right, let's see. We haven't taken a look at Pepe in quite some time. But we do have those spider lines. And, hey, it's where we get the hang up, guys. We get the hang up on those Fibonacci extension levels right on that spider line. I don't hate it. I will say this, right? At this point, if you break above this spider line, which is sitting at 2437, get above this. I'd be looking to come up here between 3182 all the way up to about 3586. That is what I'd look for if you can get back up there. But you are cooling off here, which is expected. This was our first kind of Fibonacci extension target, similar to what we just looked at with those we were looking at targets on something. What were those last targets that we were looking at? What coin was that? I don't remember. But yeah, I would. Liquidations are stacking up top. Yeah, looking for a short squeeze. Potentially. I was actually looking at that before the live stream. Like 502 is Dave Digital's. Guys, smash that like button. We're going for 1,000 likes. We will be giving away $100 or maybe $200 in Solana. If we get above 1,000 likes, we'll give away $200. If we get to 1,050 and above, we give away $200. 1,000, we'll give away $100. But that is what I'd be looking. And we're going to be doing these altcoins giveaways pretty soon here, so stick around. But so yeah, that is let's see, daily VWAP coming up here. Does look like, I would say, if you're going to break this high and potentially come into that next fib zone, I would look for the daily green dot to be the thing to start that move. And that's what I look at, right? Bada boom. Because the way I'm looking at this is potentially sniping a bear div, right? Now, whether I act on that bear div or not, it would be a completely different story, but I'm just using that to front run the idea of a potential higher high, which would bring you into this zone, in my opinion. So there we go. Let's see, 16. 4-hour money flow in the red. So if you did get, say, a bigger correction, you're not able to hold these fib levels. I'll be honest. Let's pull this fib here. Yeah, I would watch this golden pocket at 17.18, and then 786 at 14.79. Bada boom. There you go. And then, obviously spider line down here would act as support as well, but that's what I'd be looking at, right, as far as Pepe. Hopefully you can hold above here. If you can't, could be looking for a little bit of a bigger move down. Not a lot of support here. I know, actually, yeah. Hang on. Let me pull that fib one more time. Just roughly here. Yeah, I would watch this golden pocket. This would be a key level of support if you come down. You lose that, I'd be looking to go to the 786, which is a bit lower here. But that's what I'd be looking at right there. Bada boom, bada bing. For Pepe. Upper targets. Woohoo, baby. See if we can rip them up there. I think it'll probably happen, assuming everything doesn't dump from here at some point. So there you go. We got some super chat. Shout out to Tony D. Appreciate the super chat, bro. Even though you don't have to super chat, but I appreciate you. Says, guys, actually kind of do at this point with the bull market attention, guys, starting to creep back in. I will say it's getting a lot harder to keep up with chat. But he says, guys, as much as Frank would love to super. Oh, I can't read, guys. As much as Frankie would love to, super chats are not a guarantee that your coin will be seen. Please be mindful of this before you send it. Yeah, I wish we could. We'd literally be here till 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which, as much as I would like that, it's literally not possible. So, yeah, we try to get all the super chats, but it doesn't guarantee it. Obviously, it helps us see them in the chat, but it doesn't guarantee it. We literally can't promise it. So, shout out to you guys. I do appreciate the super chats endlessly, though. But shout out to Creighton C. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Yo, dropping the big boy $50 super chat. Said, "Hey, yo, dude, I keep making money." Shout out to Creighton C. Said, watch for 100K trap. They love trapping FOMO traders right above hold numbers. Eek! I'm missing out. I know. I'll buy the 100K breakout. Then I'll be rich. Works 100% of the time, 20% of the time. Shout out to Creighton C. I could not agree with that more. If I could pin that super chat, bro, I would. Yeah, 100%. And I'll be honest, Creighton, I don't know if you peeped this, but we did hit 100K on the CME chart. I don't know if you peeped that. 100 and 170. So we're short from the high, baby. We're short from the tippy top up here. We're short from like right here. So hopefully it keeps coming down for a little bit of a cool off. But yeah, that is another big thing. Like guys, 100K even is going to be a big psychological level. If we break above 100K, if we break above 100K, can we talk about some higher prices? Let's talk a little bit on higher prices. Now, again, psychological level, there's a lot of limit orders set there, and a lot of people are probably going to get trapped based off of exactly what Creighton said. Like, they bring it up to 100K, everybody FOMO longs, trap all those longs up there, and then absolutely punish them and just rip it to the downside, give it a big one big pullback finally. Yeah, be careful. 100K, psychological level, definitely. But if we break 100K, I will say, guys, like, next place I'm looking is very simply put, just some upper targets in case we do just rip up past 100K. I want you guys to be aware of those levels that we're looking at, right? We got spider lines up here. We're already interacting with one of them. Next one is about between $102,000 and $103,000 are going to be the next big levels that I'm looking at. We have a Fibonacci extension. Let me see. Where is it? So yeah, $102,000 and $104,000. This zone is going to be big. Big zone. 102 to 104K. Right? We break 100K, start ripping. That's a big level. 102 to 104. And again, bringing you to that $102 level, $102,000 level on that spider line here as well. Right? So keep that in mind. Those will be the big levels. We'll see if we can pop up there. But be very careful around 100K. I 100% agree with you, Creighton. You got to be careful of that for sure. Let's see. Shout out to Vincent Martinez. Thank you so much for the super chat. Said, much love as always, or much love and support always. Would you be able to take a look at Algo? We're going to take a look at Sheeb, and then we'll try to sneak in Algo there as well. Thank you, Vincent. Vinny, my boy. I appreciate you, bro. By the way, guys, let's see. I just got on the live stream just now. Sorry, man. Shout out to Humble Servant. No problemo, bro. I don't know what you're sorry for, but whatever it is, you're forgiven, my friend. You're forgiven. Do you need a stop loss on spot trades? Yeah. I mean, you got to manage your risk no matter what, right? Now, it obviously depends, right? Like my stop loss on Bitcoin would be, I'm not running a stop on Bitcoin right now, but I also bought down to 21K, right? So it's like it would really have to come down to stop me out for me to even be worried, right? Like even if we pulled back to 75K, like I'm not concerned at all, right? Or not that I'm not concerned, but I'm not, I'm still massively in profit. But yeah, you don't want to hold things down to zero. But to be honest, like the way I do it, the way we've done it on this channel, like all throughout the bear market, to be quite honest, I mean, I DCA on the weekly money flow in the red, like just for Bitcoin in general, right? Like weekly money flow comes into the red on Bitcoin. That's the bottom of the bear market, guys. Every time. Every single time. Now, maybe that's not the case moving forward, but this is what we've been looking at. This is what I based my DCAs off of. Weekly money flow in the red, weekly money flow in the red. That's the bottom of the bear market, right? Bull market, weekly money flow in the red, bottom of the bear market. Best time to buy Bitcoin, best time to buy Bitcoin, and then that's what we were using for this cycle. Money flow crosses into the red, bottom of the bear market, right? And then you kind of just track with the alts after that, right? The alts are dumping harder than Bitcoin. You can pick those up at a similar time. Money flow in the red, bottom of the bear market, bada boom. Worked out flawlessly, right? And this is what we looked at all back in the day, 2022, 2023. That's what we were looking at, right? So for me, buying down here, like all those alts, right? Once they start flying, and that's the thing, right? Like for me, if I'm buying Bitcoin here, I don't have a stop loss below this, right? if it drops, I buy more. If it goes up, I buy. If it drops, I buy. If it goes up, I buy. If it drops again, I buy. I'm not stopping out of the buys here, right? If I didn't buy here, I bought more down here, but if I bought here and then it drops lower, I'm not stopping out of that position, right? I'm just adding to my bag. So it really depends on what you want to do, right? Like if I'm building up spot bags, I'm happy buying lower and lower and lower and even up a little bit, right? But it really depends on the situation. But yeah, like if you're buying into an altcoin that you're not sure if it's going to go, like if it's going to pump, right? Like maybe you want to cut your losses a little bit. But I'm a trader, right? Like that's for my long-term bags. It's funny because I'm a trader, I don't put a lot of effort into my DCAs, right? Like my DCA bags are long-term, right? Like altcoins, maybe not. But my Bitcoin bags, like I don't care, right? Like if we got a flash crash down and I'm back down here, like I don't care. Like Bitcoin is the future, guys. Crypto is the future, right? And we are still very early. BlackRock, ETFs, governments talking about it, right? Like Bitcoin's not going anywhere, right? If it goes to zero, I'm willing to take that risk, right? So I have such a long-term outlook on my Bitcoin DCAs that I'm not looking to stop out here and then buy lower, right? I'm a trader. I do that on the 5-minute every day, right? I day trade, right? So I keep my trading separately. I don't even think about my long-term bags. Like I said, guys, I checked my spot portfolio for the first time in I can't tell you how long. And I forgot. I was like, oh my God, how am I up this much on these alts? I forgot I didn't forget, but I just remember that, oh my God, I was DCAing into these and at the bottom, right? So I didn't care if I DCA'd into an altcoin and it dropped again. I don't even know about that now, right? Because I was just looking to hold them long term. And now I'm buying newer alts, right? Now I'm getting prepared for alt season potentially here. Something like, by the way, low cap gem here potentially could go to zero, right? But taking a look here at peak, this is something that I have been DCAing into. Right? I'm okay, right? I didn't buy here, right? And then when it broke the low, I didn't stop out of that, right? I bought a little here, right? I don't know exactly, right? But I bought a little here, it dumped, I bought a little here, 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 right? I'm just DCAing in here. I'm buying it on the way down, right? Slowly, right? But it's not like if I break this low, I'm just buying a little more. Now, I'm not going to do that if this thing starts going to zero, right? If we start getting a huge dump and things are really bearish, right, I'll pause the DCA bot, right? But yeah, it really depends on the situation. But yeah, like for the most part, like you don't want to. It's also very hard, right? Like I'm on the charts every single day. I do this full time, right? So my situation is going to be a lot different than other people, right? Like there's no way Bitcoin's going to dump down to 20K without me knowing about it first, right? Like so I'm in a weird situation. But people who go to work every day or go to like a normal job and they can't look at their phone or they're not on the charts, I think a lot of you guys are sneaking those charts during work, but that's okay. I root for that. Fire your boss, guys, and one day you can. Ada Rippin, Digital K, absolutely, bro. Peak, way undervalued. Yeah, I do think so. And so I'm betting on this, right? And it's going to be a risk, right? If it goes to zero, I'm not going to hold it down to zero, but, if this goes to zero, I'm going to know about it, right? But yeah, like if you're not paying attention to your bags, like it really depends. But yeah, at the short answer, yes, put a stop loss on your spot bags. I don't know. I can't say yes or no to that. Maybe don't, right? Because like, what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? You're going to buy Bitcoin. You're going to buy Bitcoin, like, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, we'll talk about an altcoin, right? Like, shout out to INJ. Where do you guys think this is going? Yeah, I'll give you one guess. Anyway, I don't know if we're going to have time to look all the way into, I don't know if we're going to have, we'll take a look at Algo and Sheeb. I don't know if we're going to have time to look all the way into INJ here, but I will just say, like, you're inside your value area here, guys. Stay above this POC. Doorway to the value area high is open. That's what I'll give you, right? But like, let's say you're going to DCA into INJ, right? Like, does this mean that, like, if I buy INJ right here, anticipating all-time highs, right? If I'm buying INJ for a long-term spot bag, I'm not going to stop out of my spot bag to come buy back down here, right? Like, I'm just going to buy more on the way down. Could you stop out, right? But, like, then you're just going to, like, take a little bit of a loss, and then you're going to buy lower, but you're buying with less money. It's, like, don't try – when it comes to DCAing, guys, like, it is a winning strategy. Don't try to top the I wouldn't try to top the – this is coming from someone who literally tries to snipe the top and the bottoms while trading. But that is when I'm trading, not for my long-term spot bags. If you're in crypto and you're not day trading, right, which, to be quite honest, depending on your lifestyle, it depends on what kind of trader you should probably be, right? If you have a full-time job where you can't stare at the charts all the time, you should not be scalping the 5-minute. Not a lot of people will tell you that. If you have time to sit down and trade all day, trade the lower time frames, right? But in general, like if you're just looking to buy to hold for the rest of the bull market, hold on for alt season, I would just buy a little here, buy a little there, buy a little here, buy a little there, buy a little here, and eventually you get an average entry price somewhere in the middle, right? So hopefully that answers your question. That was long-winded. Finally, ETH is moving. There she goes. There she goes, baby. Let's see. Oh, baby, she's pushing. She's pushing. Rip it, baby. Rip it. Let's see if we hit that next target value area high, 35.36. See if we can push up there. Break out of there. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can get up there. We'll see what happens. Shout out to WD-47. Thank you, Frankie and team, for the great show. Have a great weekend. Shout out to WD-40. Have a great one, bro. Thank you for being here with us. But yeah, let's take a look at Sheeb real quick. I'm going to do Sheeb real quick. We'll take Sheeb, and then we'll do we got to get to the giveaways as well. Let's see. Sheeb, I'll actually pull Sheeb on the live stream chart. Perfect example of the volume profiles absolutely playing out perfectly on Sheeb. Breakout actually filled its entire 2021 range, which is crazy. But you rip out of here. There's your previous balance. What happens? You get above here. And again, we looked at this before it happened. Get above that low. Flip it to support. POC. Value area high. And now, whoops. And then what happened? Same thing as Doge. We got the big pullback into where? Golden pocket. 786 sitting just below. But you retest your value area high, the previous range. POC. And now the expectation here would be to look for another hopeful break to the upside. Break of structure. Right? Could we pull back? Before getting that, absolutely. So there you go. Key levels, value area low is going to be your key level support. This was your doorway to higher prices. What happens? Resistance still proven otherwise. You break above it. Boom, right to the POC. Beautiful. But doorway to higher value area low sitting here at 2041 is going to be your key level support as long as you stay above there. Doorway to the POC remains open, and then flip that POC, go to the high. Hopefully we don't have to come back down here, but we might be able to. But get above that POC. That's your doorway to the value area high, sitting at 46.27. It's going to be a journey, right? Not a straight shot. Little wiggle down, little wiggle up, little wiggle down. Maybe come back, right? And then eventually you hit it. More often than not, you will come up and hit that target. But that's pretty much what I look at. Let's take a look at the 2-day. 2-day money flow has been in the green and indeed did look to call for that bigger move to the upside. VWAP starting to roll back over. Do we have a daily green dot confirmed? If we're going to get some kind of consolidation or pullbacks, guys, these red dots on the 4, 5, 6 day starting to roll over. Could give you a little consolidation, maybe even a little pullback down to the low. But yeah, that's what I'd be looking at for sheep. Those are the key levels. Pretty nice. What's next? $1.60 XRP. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Journey to $100 dot. Oh my God. I hope dot goes to $100. Yes. Blind Wanderer. We did check Chainlink. We did. Let's see. XRP. Let's go, baby. Oh, moonshot. I'm just kidding, guys. This is well, it is pumping, but let me see. Let's pull this up. Yeah, I mean, we're just still on our way. Whoops. Let me pull the actual chart that I want here. Oh, there, guys. I can't. Mrs. Candles, you do the rest of the show. I can't do it. The volume profiles are just getting me too excited. I can't sit here any longer. Mrs. Candles, do the rest of the show. Tell them that was the next target. That's where we're looking for XRP to go. Why? Because it's value area low. What are we expecting here, Mrs. Candles? Tell them. Where are we going? I think she's pointing up, guys. I think she's pointing up. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. Guys, I don't know what to do. Sup, shawty? Shout out to Guru. I don't know what to say, guys. Scrub to the beginning of the stream. This is where we look for you. Frankie gonna retire so he can do that 2-hour video. Shout out to Blind Wanderer. Seriously, I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know what to say. Oh man. Oh, the volume profiles, they slap. They absolutely slap. There it is. Spot bags on XRP ripping. That's your door. I don't know. I'm speechless, guys. I'm speechless. Right? And even yesterday on the live stream, not only were we looking at this as our next key target, but smash that like button, guys, if you see these targets getting hit. But how do we do this, right? We try to front run those bearish divergences. Lower lows on price action, potentially looking to pop up here on the momentum waves. Not only, and then this doesn't mean that you have to short the bear div, right? But when you see that looking to print like this, you need to have the higher high come in. And whether that div came up here and gave you like a bearish sign that you could short, that's one thing. But what you're doing is you're just front running the higher high to come in. Right? It's not just magic. It's not just we're pumping, right? Like we're getting the reaction on the level. Are we going to flip it? Little rejection, little above. Oh, baby. Unbelievable. What indicator pulls value areas? Shout out to Kane. It is just a volume profile. It's a free tool in TradingView, or if you want to use my souped up volume profile, you can search my name in TradingView, Frankie Candles, and you will see Frankie Candles Essentials by Lux Algo. It is 100% free. You just click it, favorite it, so you don't have to search it every time, and then you can pull it on your chart, just like a regular volume profile. And this one is the same thing as a regular volume profile, except it gives you these signals, right? It lets you know where, it kind of gives you an idea of where you're getting bearish signals. You get the little sauce can emoji letting you know, hey, you're getting bearish confirmations as you deviate above the volume profile. At this point, you're looking for price to break down, get stuck inside your range, and then go to the POC and the value area low, right? Not to be traded as a signal. You can't just trade these sauce cans as signals. You have to understand what you're looking at. It's a little more involved than just like getting an indicator and getting rich overnight. But, I mean, this is how we do it, baby. This is how we do it. Let's see. Shout out to Luke. Thank you for the super chat. Said, brilliant live stream. Thank you. XRP to the moon, baby. Let's go. This is, and again, guys, doorway at higher prices is going to be resistance until proven otherwise. Hopefully, we can rip up here and go to the POC. $1.92. Let's see. Can we see a $1.92 XRP soon? Potentially, guys. Potentially. But let's see. Let's see if she's going to pull up. Is she going to push up? Oh, she's pushing up. 100x long XRP, baby. I'm just kidding, guys. Don't do that. Not financial advice. But, yeah, this is nice to see that hit. Nice to see that hit. Let's go. Unbelievable. Dave says Frankie Candle short XRP now. Let's see. And again, guys, Dave doesn't mean short XRP to go to zero. You could still be bullish on an asset and still make money on a little short. 100%. People say you can't short in a bull market. If they say that, they just don't understand how it works, right? They are just assuming that you're shorting and expecting everything to go down forever. That's not. Shorting is not necessarily the exact same thing as like you're not selling short and holding that trade, right? Like you're just, at least in a bear market, maybe you are. But in a bull market, you're just looking to capitalize on moves, right? Like you could have shorted this move, made a bunch of money, could have shorted this move, made a bunch of money. Is Bitcoin ripping yet? Or is Bitcoin just simply still sitting down here? Unreal. This thing just won't do anything. Do something. Bitcoin. Did we show the trade? I don't think we showed the trade. It's actually a smaller trade, to be honest. Bada boom, here we are. So we are literally short from the top here. So, not making this up, right? Literally short from the top. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Hopefully we can hopefully this can continue to play out. Shout out to Blowfin. By the way, guys, if you want to sign up for Blowfin and trade, they are no KYC. It's also a great not only just for leverage trading, but if you're looking to pick up alts, they have a ton of altcoins, not only on spot but also leverage. You can check them out. We have a deal going on for the Candle Mafia. Tony D fought for this one, I think. We don't always take the first deals that we get, guys. We do not always take the first deals that we get. Tony D fights for the Mafia for the best deals possible. But where am I going? I think it's in the announcement section. If you guys are interested in signing up for Blowfin, link in the description down below. It will help out the channel. But you will also be eligible to potentially get 15% cash back. There's only limited spots, so I don't know how many we have left or not, but there's limited spots, up to $1,500 in a futures bonus, depending on how much you deposit. Whatever you deposit, they will give you that 15% cash back in the form of bonus funds, which are basically just like free. It's like you can't withdraw it. So if you get $100 in bonus funds, you can't take that $100. But if you flip that $100 into $200, you can keep the profit that you made with that risk-free money. It's kind of like risk-free money. So yeah. Check that out if you guys are interested. Obviously, trading is not risk-free. Neither is leverage trading. Obviously, it is risky. But that bonus money, if you lose it, it's not your money, right? So there you go. Check that out if you're looking for a place to trade. And hopefully, we can get this to play out. Let's see. Shout out to Creighton C. Shout out to you, bro. He said, all I know is I came in 1,200 watching, 500 likes. I said hit that like button because, now 1,500 likes. I don't know what's with the viewers, but people should say smash that like more. It works. Yo, shout out. Yeah, shout out to I don't know. I don't think those are real likes. I think those are definitely fake likes. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Tony D. Yeah, shout out to Creighton C. I don't know. I didn't see them go up. That is very fast for that to be organic, to be honest. Especially when there's like no likes and then they just like pop up like that. Shout out to Flame says, greetings, bro. How are you, my bro? Yo, shout out to Flame. Welcome in, bro. Let's see. Yeah, likes skyrocketed. Yeah, people can like bot likes. But it's 2020 election likes, yo. Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know what the motivation for that would be. I like maybe just to get the giveaway. But I don't know. Like if you buy likes for somebody to get the giveaway, you still have like the giveaway only goes to like 1 or 2 people, so it's like I don't know. But anyway, let's see. Shorted from 99K, stop loss 100K. What do you say? Shout out to Flame. I say I'm in the very similar situation, short from about 99K. I don't have my stop loss at 100K. I have my stop loss much lower than that. But, yeah, I mean, can't prove they're fake. Free hats. Shout out to Creighton C. Yeah, just for note to anyone who does buy likes. I don't know how much of a big impact it makes, but it does not help out the channel, just so you know. It doesn't it's like YouTube knows, right? Same thing with like fake viewers. It's like very easy to buy fake live viewers, but YouTube knows. Also, like engagement is super off if you do that. I will never do that. So yeah, I like to say like I don't want people thinking I'm buying likes. That looks fake to me. Somebody bought those likes. You can buy likes for any channel, I think. So, not again. Shout out to Jay Violet. Yeah, I think you could buy anything, Jedi Skirk. I think you could buy viewers. You could buy subs. I think you could buy everything. Let's see. Go take a look at Doc going up like crazy, like right now. Oh yeah, shout out to Fabian. Yeah, baby. She's ripping. Hey guys, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I might just like start doing silent live streams. I could never do that, but just like sit here silently and just like show the volume profile and just do that guy. What's that guy's name on TikTok? That's all you do. Just come up, show the volume profile, just like that. Let's see. Dot to the moon, baby. I mean, they said it was dead. But the CandleMafia didn't give up on her. And she's ripping, baby. She's ripping. Shout out to anybody who's been watching since we've been looking down here. Short squeezes building. Rips to the upside. Unbelievable. Do I have a video for volume profiles? Yeah, shout out to Thomas G. I have videos on everything I talk about on the channel, for sure. Yeah, his name is Kabi Lame. Yeah, or Kabi Lam. Yeah, shout out to V-Sun. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so what are we going to look at? We took a look at Sheeb. We're running out of time here. We took a look at Sheeb. We took a look at there's one that we're missing. Oh, we took a look at Pepe and Sheeb. I think that was about it, because we do. Oh, Algo. Algo was the last one we were going to look at. Okay. Algo. Let's take a look. Let's see. Yeah, this is pretty self-explanatory, right? At this point, I've explained the same theory on so many things. I'm not going to go over it too much. Lower accumulation. Once you impulse out of here, which may be happening right now, could be looking up to about 45 cents. Once you break into this low volume gap, I'd expect a pretty quick move. Quick move down oftentimes means quick move up into the value area low, doorway to higher prices, flip that to support, up to the POC, up to the value area high. That's long term, right? That's long term. But this thing is screaming to the upside right now. So we'll see. Maybe you break out, retest the high. But yeah, like if you keep up here, like next major target would be 45 cents. And even then, sure, you can get resistance here. But once you break into here, I'd look for a quick move up because that's a huge low volume gap. And I'll just show it real quick here. Let's get these boom, 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 right? Gap, high volume node, and then you're kind of, these aren't high volume nodes, but you just have like more volume up here, right? So once you break into this low volume gap, price sticks to these high volume nodes, break into the gap, low volume, price likes to fly through those areas. So, and then once you get up here, look to fill the range, potentially bing bong around, and then hopefully off into new all-time highs. This was, Algo was one of those things. I did not realize how low I was buying, or how long ago I was buying Algo. Like 2022, like I think I started down here, bought all the way down. So let's see if that thing can rip. She's sending it though. She is sending it. All right, so let's go ahead and move on here, guys. Let's go ahead and start some of these giveaways. VP is literally all Frankie talks about every day. Yeah, it is. There's nothing else to really talk about other than the premium Discord. The premium Discord, we cover more of the like when it comes to just like trying to figure out where price is going to go. Volume profile is really all you need. When it comes to actually entering the trades, there is much more to look at as far as like entry confirmations. This is where we take a look more at things like order flow, CVD, stuff like that. But I mean, when you're just looking for where price is going to go, these things are going to slap 9 out of 10 times. Shout out to Dave Digital. But yeah, let's go ahead and start these. All coins will melt faces. Shout out to Crypto Maxi. Absolutely, bro. Yeah, shout out to Seeking Parabolic. Said using the volume profiles changed everything. Thank you, Frankie. Yeah, shout out to Seeking Parabolic. Come on. Bitcoin, do you want to go to like a different price, or do you just kind of want to hover here for the entire live stream? Do you just kind of want to just be here, or maybe you want to like get a little push to the downside? Do you want to rip up to 100K? Do you want to do something, or are we just going to kind of chill here? Okay, sick. We'll just chill here. Let's go ahead and start these giveaways, guys. Let's see. Winnerpicker.com. Pickawinner.com. Not to be confused with pickawiener.com. I've actually put that in by accident. Don't do that, guys. Anyway. All right, let's see here. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Let us go ahead and where we got that. Oh, there's that link. There's that link. There's that link. Chat. I guess I need to buy premium now. Yo, shout out to Chenzi. Chenzi, weren't you in premium at one point? By the way, guys, if you want to sign up for the premium. If you want to sign up for the premium Discord, you can check the link in the description down below or go to frankiecandlestrading.com. Oh, whoops. There you go, lower third. frankiecandlestrading.com if you want to get into the premium, or just click the link in the description down below. We got a bunch of different monthlies, annuals, biannuals. We also take crypto if you guys want to use crypto. However, crypto, if you use, no matter what you use, if you're using crypto, you cannot do auto-renew. If you want auto-renew, you have to pay by credit card, PayPal, or whatever. If you use crypto, you have to redo it every month. But if you wanted to get like an annual or something, or a biannual or 6 month, 3 month, whatever it is, you could just drop. You don't have to worry about redoing it. But there you go. Shout out to Fade and TradFi. All right, there we go. Let's see. Okay, let me grab this link and let me post it. Come on. Oh, my God. Shout out to Tony D. Tony D, it's hot in here right now. And what do you call it? Computer's definitely wonking out a little bit. It's definitely my only problems with my computer are because it's 100 degrees in here. Mrs. Candle's got the heat cranked right now. All right, let's see here. All right, here we go, baby. Here we go. Okay, so what are we doing for the giveaways? I will give away 3 Frankie Candles hats. Because those likes, Tony D, they're for sure fake, right? Like, there's no way we just yeet it up that much. Because it doesn't count. It doesn't count. You can't just buy the likes. 10 bags of Ada. 10 Soul. Shout out to Dave Digital, said 10 Soul. Give away 1 month membership. Actually, guys, we can do this now. We can offer discount codes and give free trials. So we might start doing that. Maybe we give away like a free month of the free month of the premium. Yeah, it's fake. Okay, so we're not gonna count it. But we will still do the regular giveaways. The funny thing is, when we hit the like goal, it's really just extra giveaways. So we'll do 10 bags of Ada, and I'll give a no Jedi Skirk. 1,000 was today's like goal. Let's see. Shout out to J9, said 2 hours of one-on-one trading with Frankie. Yeah, that would be. I don't know if I would have. We do premium live streams when the setups present themselves. If they present during the we took this short position live on stream with the CandleMafia in the premium Discord. Where's that? Yeah, we took this short live with the Mafia on the live stream. We don't always, right? Like, if the setup's there, we'll take it. If not, we're not just going to, like, force a trade because we're live, right? But we give the setups in the Discord, what we're looking for. We give the confirmations, and it's not a signals group. Sometimes people go in there, and they're like, where's the signals? He's not telling me where to buy and sell. I do not tell you where to buy and sell. I show you what setups we're looking at and what confirmations. If price comes here and we see this confirmation, that's what I'm looking at for the short. But on the live stream, we got the setup, so we took it live. So, yeah, premium kind of is that when we have the setups live. But 25 million subs. Let's go. Let's see. Shout out to the kitchen, eating up all the FOMO. Let's go. Shout out to Dirty 8. All right, so let's see. We got 10 bags of Cardano. We'll give away 1 Frankie Candles hat for the effort on buying the likes. Okay, so here we go. Thank you for all your hard work, Frankie. Shout out to Aaliyah. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Tia to the moon. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 8 XRP ripping. Absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and run this up. I think we're good. 535 comments. Here we go, guys. Winner number 1. We're going to do the 10 bags of Ada first, and then we'll do the Frankie Candles hat. I love it here. Shout out to Elite Ways. Let's go. Rip City, baby. Yo, let's go. Chat going nuts. All right, winner number 1. Who's it gonna be? For Ada. Saeed, shout out to Saeed, said, let's see. Let's go. Shout out to Saeed, your winner number 1 for the Cardano bag. Hit that free Discord. Go to the Help Center and claim your free prize. Thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate you so much. Winner number 2, who's it going to be? Raylan says, Mr. Candles in the building, baby. Let's go. I wish I had a candle here. All I got is a mug, and we got some Andromeda-bound alien scam water here. The beautiful health scam of the century, guys. It is hydrogen water, which is basically just blowing bubbles into your water. But it looks cool. I'm just kidding. It's supposed to be really good for you. I don't know if I buy it, but whatever. If it's good for you, I'm drinking a lot of it. Let's see. All right. Winner 2 is Raylan. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting that like button and dropping a comment. You're getting some free Cardano. Hit that free Discord. Claim your prize. Winner number 3. Let's get it. F.U. Gensler. Peace, Gensler. Get out of here. Shout out to F.U. Gensler. Says, bing bong. Thanks, Frankie C. Shout out to you, bro. You are winner number 3. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for the like. Get into that free Discord and claim your free Cardano, brother. We appreciate you. Winner number 4. Who's it going to be? Ignacio. Shout out to Ignacio. Says, crazy. Shout out to you, bro. We're giving you some. What's even more crazy, bro, is we're going to give you some free Cardano. Your winner number 4. Smash that like, thank you for smashing the like button. Hit that free Discord. Claim your free prize. And here we go. Winner number 5. Who's it going to be? Langman Dragon. Shout out to you, bro. Says it's very hard to see project which can use it. Of course. Scammer. Winner number 5. Kalichi. Yo, shout out to Kalichi. Let's go. Said Jesus already won. Shout out to Kalichi, bro. Thank you for being here. You've been here for a while, bro. You're getting a free bag of Ada. You're winner number 5. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Let's see. Yo, bot. All right, winner number 6. Let's call it. Bag of Ada. Who's it gonna be? Token Titan said Frankie to the moon. Shout out to Token Titan. Thank you for being here, bro. We're going to send you a free bag of Cardano. Thank you for dropping a like and leaving a comment. Hit that free Discord. Let's go, LFG. Let the lurker win. Shout out to Kulat. Let's go. We're rooting for you, Kulat. Winner number 7. Who's it going to be? Sheeb Army said, let's go back to 98K. Let's go. Shout out to Sheeb Army. Bada boom, bada bing. We're sending you some Cardano. We know you like Sheeb, but we're going to send you some Cardano. You can swap it when we send it to you, bro. Winner number 7, 8. Pop up crypto. Pop up crypto. I almost said pop-up. It says, new here, loving the videos. Hey, shout out to Pop Up Crypto. We're not going to mess your name up again. You're winner number 8. We appreciate you. Hit that free Discord if you're not already in there and claim your free prize. Let's go. Winner number 9 says, Calypso says, I'm from the stream. Well, Calypso, I hope you're in the stream because you just won some free Cardano. You're winner number 9. Let's get it. Thank you for dropping the comment. Welcome to the CandleMafia, and claim your free prize in that free Discord. I never win this, man. Yo, shout out to Corey Laurie. Let's go. Maybe you'll win this last one. Bag number 10. Who's it gonna be? Here we go. I love your videos. Shout out to Couture. I love you back. I don't know if you love me. You love my videos, but I love you. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. It's the Goldman says, thanks for the sauce. It's the Goldman. You're winner number 10, bro. You snuck right in there and got that last bag of Ada. Let's get it. Thank you for being here. Hit that free Discord to claim your free prize. And, wow, legend, man. Give it a lot. Shout out to Dave. Of course, bro. We do this every single Friday. We do this every Friday. And if we hit light goals without buying, if we buy them, they get disqualified. But I'm going to do this will be the only time that we give away one Frankie Candles hat. Yeah, but from now on, if the likes are bought, it will cancel the giveaway. We'll say that. Manifesting the win. Yo, let's go. Shout out to Seek Parabolic. But here we go. Winner for the Frankie Candles hat. I hope. Hat time. Gen Z, let's go. Let's see if we can get Gen Z a hat. Winner for the hat. Who's it going to be? Crypto Ranger said, ready for the stream. Well, hey, Crypto Ranger, hopefully you're in the stream right now, bro, because you just won a Frankie Candles hat. Let's get it. I don't know what color you're going to get. I don't even know how that really works with the giveaways. Tyler is the boss on that. But you're gonna get a free Frankie Candles hat. Not this one. You're gonna get one of these, baby. You're gonna get one of these. I like these. These are super comfortable. But yeah, I need that, Frankie. Shout out to Danny. Hat. Crypto Power Rangers. Yo, shout out to Wick589. This does increase your win rate by at least 40% if you have a Frankie Candles trading hat. So, yeah. But, guys, with all that being said, I think that's all the time. Never seen these people. Shout out to Cyrus. Well, we are the CandleMafia, bro. And hopefully you're subscribed to the channel and you'll see a lot more of us. And, yeah. Let's see. Get that breathable headwear. Yo, shout out to Chaos. Let's go. But, guys, with all that being said, thank you for being here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And, yeah, go out there, touch some grass. We'll see what happens with this short. We'll see if it continues to play out or if we're going to get stopped out here and just come up to 100K. Like I said, I don't even care what happens here. I'm kind of rooting to get stopped out just so we can go see that 100K. Not on the CME chart. Technically, we did hit it on the CME chart. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. If the short plays, great. We're short from the top. If we get stopped out, hey, 100K. The bags are ripping. The alts are ripping. If you're just coming in here, new here, shout out to Carlos. Welcome in. If you're new here, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our live streams or urgent market updates that we drop. And with all that being said, go have fun this weekend, guys. Go touch some grass. Enjoy your gains. And I will see you guys next week, Monday, right here. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's all I got. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong!
Yeah. Say what it be. I know the king. Follow his lead. Repeat after me. I know they lurking, this serpent is circling, but I never worry, cause he got the keys. He let it bleed. Never put me on the freeze. Just look how he spit it to me. It'll be out of right after I seek. You can't make the promise unless you the king. Jay with a baby, I am what he made me. No, you cannot shame me, so it's for the birds. Buy for a price, you ain't know what it's worth. He not letting go like it's grandma purse. Rolling with heavy, he feeling kinda discouraged, cause he feeling down in the dirt. I told him heavy, you only need faith, cause yes, you already did all the work. Life or death, this life is best. I'd rather see the vision complete instead of the speed to find regret. You gotta breathe so you can be free, so you never need the ice and checks. This be my plea, I lost my debt. I gotta cheese, I found my flex. I gotta be, I gotta breathe, I gotta breathe. Keep moving.
It's a new one. I like it. Tip it to 100K. I'll see you guys later. Hasta pasta. I don't know if you can hear me. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out.